bathroom.
Alrighty then. Got the recording going, just because.
Yep, I'm just now connecting.
Cool. We're going to be waiting a little bit for the others.
Yep.
That's okay, I need a minute to confirm that I have all my...
That's actually a good point. I need to make sure that Lily is okay, because she hasn't responded to me in, 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't heard from her in a while, I don't think.
She was commenting during the last video.
Was she?
Yeah.
Cool. Because she's not online at all on Discord.
Yeah,
So
she's
later on
been...
Facebook.
Busy?
Let's see, her last thing was on the 29th.
Well, she's had her whole brain injury thing, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that's disturbed anything. Because if that's the case, then I could put her on hiatus.
Okay, making a new note.
Hello.
I heard a blip. Join.
Hello?
How you doing?
Exhausted. I just power walked up my hill because I had just missed the light.
Fun.
Yeah, usually on Sundays, my friend Josh works. So he'll just open up a line just for me. If there's people, because he's like a shift manager or something. But today, every line had 4 or 5 people right when I was going to check out.
Cool.
The worst timing.
Okay.
The misspelling is still there.
Oh, sorcery points. That's my other thing that I kind of need to keep track of.
Your what?
Sorcery points.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, granted, isn't very difficult at second level. Yes, Father, how can I help you? Oh yeah, I was supposed to check that thing for you. Huh.
She didn't realize we were having it this week because she
Okay.
hadn't. No, you're fine. Sorry, just talking to Lily right now.
Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty
Hello,
then.
hello.
Let me load.
Lily will be here soon.
And then we're just waiting on Yan.
Yeah,
As always. He's always the last one here.
Doo-doo-doo.
So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've been playing, or not playing, but I've been streaming on Twitch lately. And I'm not making you guys do it, but I've been looking for people to play with on Overwatch, because in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, there's going to be a new character. So that'll be fun.
I can't play Overwatch.
If Destiny wasn't out, I would say sure, but it is. So
Well,
Oh.
that's the thing. I don't know when it's coming out for PS4, but yeah.
when what is
Because I
coming
play
out
on
for
PS4. The new character, Moira.
Ah.
The new healer / support.
Destiny
She's so cool.
So terrible.
What?
Destiny.
What?
Oh,
Looks
Yeah.
so terrible.
Let's not go there.
yeah.
Speak for
First
yourself.
one was really terrible.
For yourself.
I do. I speak for myself. In my opinion, Destiny looks just like a frickin' Halo clone.
Do you not understand that it's essentially the creators of?
That's the problem.
Do you not understand that just because you're the creator of the original thing that this is a clone of, it's still a crappy design?
He has a point.
Like, I can create a fantastic game. If I create, something that is kind of like it but crappier, it's still a crappy game.
Eh,
The fact that I created an awesome game does not excuse the fact that I created a shitty game immediately after that is styled in a manner to be like the first one.
meh. People like different things.
Destiny just looks like nothing I want anything a part of.
Because it's not the type of game you play.
I mean, I don't normally play a whole lot of FPS to begin with.
Exactly.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say
like it's like somebody
like-
not playing D&D saying D&D is such a shitty game. Why would you play a game where you have to roll dice when you can do something that does it for you? Because some people like it differently.
even though we technically do something that does it for us.
Well, if I really wanted to, I could get my dice box out right now, and I have like 5 sets of physical dice that I could.
Exactly. I'm in the same boat. I can get out real dice. We could just roll. Do
I got
honors.
I have physical dice right in front of me right now.
Mine are a little bit farther away, and my lazy ass isn't going to get up and get them unless we kind of. agree
Mine
on
is
that.
within arm's reach of my chair, so I can comfortably go and just lean over and grab it.
Mine's have been
I'm
just-
DM. I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
Mine's just been sitting right next to my computer.
Point
AKA
stands.
be lazy.
I
Shitty
think
game is subjective.
there's maybe one person in the party
I
that
just
doesn't
say
have
the first-
physical dice, and that'd probably be Lily.
Nope, she has dice now.
Oh. See? Even Lily has dice.
Anyway, Angel, can I just say one thing? The first
Sure.
one, how they hide the story behind all that bullshit cards you have to go onto their website and thing.
Right, but this one didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying the
City
first
one
one
had
was
its
pretty
faults,
shit in
but
that.
in the essence of the game, it was a farm game. People like grind games.
Ugh.
I like
I was
farming.
going to say I really
Farming's fun.
don't.
There are two things I really hate in games. One,
Probably
the
shooting people.
false freedom-play motive that a lot of people go with, where they say it's a free-to-play game.
Premium.
Yeah, freemium.
Freemium.
I hate freemium games because they put it off like, oh, you could play all the content for free, except you can't because they hide everything behind paywalls, or they give massive boosts to people who play, giving them a huge advantage.
Pay to save.
Let's just actually put all of that into one category of fuck Warframe.
Lol.
Uh,
Warframe wasn't that bad.
and I hate
Okay.
I
I'm
hate
gonna have to
grindy
disagree
games.
with you on that.
Yeah, I gotta
Right,
agree.
but-
Warframe isn't that bad. You still get everything.
Warframe is not like no.
Okay, you can do
Hey,
everything. You can get anything you want in Warframe through free to play. The problem is it takes forever. There are
Right,
some
so
items
it's
in the game
pay to save.
that take 3 real days.
That's not that bad.
It
3
is
real days.
actually, considering you can just pay a little bit of money and get it instantly. You don't even need to
Exactly, but-
grind for all the items. You don't need to, build it. 3 days is ridiculous.
Oh,
Again,
and you
different
also
people
Steve,
like
you
different
cannot
games.
buy the cards.
I mean, considering most games you can probably beat in one day, that's not that bad.
1 day of constant playing,
Oh,
maybe.
God damn it.
You kidding me? I beat a game in about 8 hours.
It depends on the game, but this Warframe's not a game that you would beat in 8 hours, even if you paid.
Can you technically even beat that game?
Well, you can
Is
get
there,
to
like,
every
actual
story bit.
finishing?
Let's put it this way: there is a story in the game, and you can complete that story.
Okay, so there is a completable story. It probably just takes a couple of years.
Oh yeah, it
So
took
much-
me fucking like a month to get to Second Dream. Fucking hell. Oh my god, that
Warframe combines everything I hate about games into one thing. Because I don't want to constantly pay to get anything done, and I don't want to have to grind through a million years worth of bullshit to get anything done. And in Warframe, I can do one or the other. If I really wanted to, I could do both.
It's not really that bad. Actually, it's actually worse to pay for everything because the price of everything. Like, oh hey, look, all these special cards and stuff like that.
Oh, I wouldn't pay for the cards. I'm talking about just purely equipment, like weapons and warframes.
Yeah, but you need those freaking cards to make those weapons even effective.
You can pick up plenty of decent mods, or combine mods to make them better. Mods are one of the few things that make that, like, not ridiculous because you can get a million of them.
Yeah.
Mods are not the problem with Warframe, even from a free-to-play
It's a,
standpoint.
it's a tutorial, really. It doesn't teach you shit on how to freaking get through everything.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
You need a. That's the.
But I could gripe on Warframe for hours on end.
But we're about to play D&D, so let's not do that.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean,
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
No, like we will eventually, but like maybe 10, 15 minutes, because we
Yeah.
gotta wait for Yen and Lily, which they are coming. But you know,
oh, cool.
Yen just has something to do before he gets here, and then Lily is just updating her computer because, yay, updates.
Fun. Now, Destiny, Destiny I heard was a hugely grindy game, so I was immediately like, nope.
That's what I'm saying. People like different types of games.
Yeah,
You like
I'm not
games
saying
where they give
I'm
you
not
things on a silver
saying
platter.
that
It's
you
just a
can't.
different type
I'm
of
not
player.
saying you cannot like Destiny. I'm just saying that it is not a game I would play.
Exactly.
That was my point.
So the
Is that
statement
I
should
will
be,
never-
It's not a game for me. Not that it's a shitty game. It's kind of a difference,
No, because it's my opinion.
which is also shit.
I mean, if that's your opinion.
I will-
Those opinions are definitely
We
shit.
just agree that both of your opinions suck, and we move on.
I think we should
Look,
just
I'm not
say
saying that I'm
Steve's
right,
opinions always suck.
but I'm right.
So, like I said,
That's
Steve's
the mentality of a
opinions always
psychopath.
Have you
Play
met
fucking
me?
game.
Have
Yeah,
you even
I
met
have.
me?
Suck. Yes, I have. You definitely come across as a psychopath.
That's fair. Just wait for me to get really ragey on something.
Steve,
You have
remember,
times.
I co-opted with you in Dungeons 3. We know how evil we are.
In real life.
That's true.
Actually, I co-opted with you in many games, actually.
Yeah, Nick has
I
seen.
work-
Actually, I would say Nick has seen some worse sides of me than even Steve has.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
Well,
also...
At the same time, I did leave that job. I'm just saying.
We need to get to you playing Portal 2.
Oh,
That was freaking
That game-
ridiculous.
That game is so trolly if you do it right.
okay, like
Oh.
Magicka isn't.
I never played that, so I don't know.
Magicka is
Don't cross the beams.
Magicka is
No,
this
do cross the
brilliant,
beams.
absolutely brilliant game in my mind. So it's a co-op, and I use the
If you told
term.
me about it, I said I'd never played it. So.
I love Magicka. It's one of the
Just
loosest
basically
terms
went-
for co-op.
You
This is
mean...
where I go. It's a shitty game. There's absolutely no grinding. Everything is just given to you. Blah blah blah.
No, it's called Wizard Murder Simulator.
It is Wizard Murder Simulator. You can go through almost the entire game just murdering everything,
And each other.
and you will end up murdering each other over and over and over again.
Yeah, because...
Without a
we're the
doubt,
giant ogre.
there's no doubt in my mind that you cannot play a co-op game of that and not end up killing each other. Especially because as long as one of you survives, you can resurrect the others, so, you know.
You know what game I absolutely love that has really good murder your friend possibilities?
Any game that lets me murder my friends?
This ship.
I mean, obviously, but Helldivers.
Hmm.
Helldivers.
Yeah, Helldivers. The one where you
Yes.
get crushed by a fucking crate the size of my kneecap.
That's a pretty big crate.
Hey, my knees are normal sized.
You set yourself up for that, buddy.
Nah, your knees are like huge.
Buddy boy.
I mean, you know.
kind of gelatinous.
I will say one thing though: the kneecap crate is falling from space, so it's gonna kill anyone. So
It's basically orbital shot incoming.
yep. And you have like
Orbital
2
kneecap.
seconds to react, and then like, oh fuck, and get out of the way.
You have to freaking dodge roll at the perfect time.
Yeah. I've timed those poorly before.
Oh, I got pretty good.
Oh,
at
did I
freaking
tell
timing
you?
those.
Did I tell you the other day when I was playing Helldivers what was going on with my computer?
No.
Because I was in big picture mode. I had a controller obviously hooked in, and because of big picture mode, whenever I pressed the A button, which is the interact button, I would spawn a second character for me to control.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: it got worse.
Uh-oh.
Because when I was in a mission, I'm like, okay, well, I can just reset and kill him, and then play on my keyboard because obviously the controller just doesn't work that well. Well, while doing keyboard, I hopped in, joined, did all the good stuff with my keyboard, and then I must have like knocked my controller or something. And instead of having 2, I had 3. So I was controlling 3 guys at once.
That's what she said?
Yes. Because it was bad. It was really bad. It was laggy. I killed myself about 20 times. It was great.
Mm.
Triple the firepower, but, you know.
The triple
Still
firepower ends up shooting yourself.
Yep, triple the firepower to the face.
That's also what she said?
Yep.
Sounds like a jolly good time.
I mean, it can be. The game is actually pretty bare bones for what it is, but it can be fun when you have friends.
I mean, a number of games that I would almost never play can be fun with friends.
It's usually how it is.
I used to play a game called Dragon Universe, which was this free thing for a platform known as Beyond.
So, I don't know if you know this, but I used to be a huge Dark Souls guy. Dark Souls is a fun game no matter what, but with friends, it becomes about 10 times more fun because you just get to do the weirdest shit ever.
Isn't it just as difficult, though?
Oh, it's just as difficult with friends, but you get to do weird shit like dual emotes. They actually they've started releasing not patches but like mods for the game where you can actually do dual emotes where like you have like the whatchamacallit.
Do things to each other, and then that makes the emote like a third emote, technically.
Yeah, exactly. And what is it actually called? I forget what it's called. Dragon Ball Z Fusion, like one of those kind of things. I love that one. The mod community on Dark Souls is hilarious. They had some really funny shit.
But
the dancing bird.
Dragon Universe is a Dragon Ball Z inspired sandbox thing.
That sounds ridiculously hilarious.
And it's all in like 16-bit art format. And there's all sorts of ridiculousness that you can get up to. And I would play on the RP server for a while because a number of my friends would play with me. And I got up to all kinds of shenanigans. Like there's a time I was a Namekian and Bunny Nick was my kid.
Like hashed right out there, and he punched me in the fucking face.
I cannot believe how epically timed that was. As soon as he hatched, I threw a punch and knocked him in the face and sent him flying across the room into the wall.
There was like cracked wall and everything.
It was hilarious. There was a trench in the floor. And he says, "Why does my face hurt?" And I'm like, "That's just part of being born." And of course he's a baby, so he believes me.
I had to freaking play it off like that. That's fucking ridiculous. Who that?
That's Yen.
I don't know.
Hey, now we're just waiting on
He's
Lily.
muted.
Right?
Yep, just waiting on Lily.
Why does my room feel like fire?
I don't know.
Because it's hot in there?
I have the windows wide open and it's freaking 50 degrees outside. I don't know why it's so
Heresy, Satan. Magic.
No,
Take your pick.
zero wind. No wind will definitely do that.
No, the wind is coming in, but it's just
Okay,
like stopping.
so pretty sure Lily is gonna be a while, so we're just gonna start now. I'm gonna
Actually, I think
change
she just got on.
She
did
just
she?
became
Yep.
online.
Literally,
Online
as I
circle.
say, it's probably gonna be a while. She gets on, of course.
I just
She
It's
just-
like me with the elevators. Every time I
Yep.
complain about the elevators taking 3 years to freaking come down, it just starts coming back down.
That's
Although at
just
the same
elevators.
time, mine also says that Angel is offline, but he's in
He
voice.
probably has himself set to appear offline. I can do the same
Yeah,
thing. Watch.
invisible settings.
I didn't know that was a thing. I
Yep,
don't know.
it is.
I don't use this thing very well.
Yeah, see, I'm offline.
Steve, you could probably stay that way and it would benefit everybody.
I mean,
Ah!
I'm still here and talking to people.
I don't know. That'd be the only thing making
Do
it
we
better.
deal with one problem at a
Hello.
time?
Hey, Lily's here.
Hello, Lily.
Hi guys,
All
how's
right,
it going?
begins.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
How
Doing
are you
okay.
feeling?
Doing all right.
Not too bad. I'm really sore right now, and I've got a headache. But I'm looking forward to today.
She's back.
How's everyone else doing? What's shit? What's everyone else been up to? It's been a while.
Life.
Life.
Being sick.
Mostly
College.
life.
Definitely life and work.
Games.
I've been
Okay.
dealing with.
Pretty much my life.
I've been dealing with car problems.
Okay.
Filling the void was
He
gay.
drove his car out Monday.
Everything you said there is pretty much how it's going here, except college and no games.
Except
because,
college.
You know, my laptop's shit.
Uh,
Yeah.
My life has become work. That is effectively my problem right now.
I mean, that's pretty depressing.
I mean, he chose this path. He brought this on
I also
himself.
want to work. I actually like so there is that. I
Any
don't
work
have
I
to
try
work
to get.
Sunday and I don't have to work on Friday, so it worked.
So we can start now.
Yeah.
Yay, things happen.
Last week you guys met the guide, so that was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Lily, you were not here for that. However, basically what happened, you guys traveled away from the college with your dear friend, the Prismatic Mage, aka Professor Grisbane.
No. Danielle, Kaylin's best friend. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
mentor,
You
basically.
mean quotes? You need to add some quotes onto there.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm doing these massive air quotes right now. Yeah.
Why would we be able to see that?
Why would,
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know if you can see
We
that.
wouldn't see that, Joe.
Are you streaming right now? Is that what this is?
I mean, I was streaming this morning.
I could be streaming right now.
Let's not. How about we just... Actually, are you recording right now?
I've been recording for 33 minutes.
Oh, you might want to cut out most of what we were talking about then. Maybe.
Was it that bad?
It was cursing
No,
a lot
it
of
was
different
just mostly
video
just
games.
arguing.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
it was
Over
just
video
arguing.
games.
I might leave it in and just put in text over it saying,
Just
you know,
an annotation saying, we're dumb. This is an argument. Have fun.
like, no, just I'm just gonna call it pre-game banter.
Hey, you know,
Skip the
I'm sure everyone has that. Anyways, so yeah, last session was fun, I guess you could say. I would hope, at least.
I mean, I'm never gonna get monetization off these videos anyway, so why do I care?
Probably not. Probably not. Unless, like, all of a sudden we become, like, the next Critical Role, which if that happens, what the fuck are people doing with their
Okay,
lives?
even if we became the
Okay,
next
hold on,
Critical
so it's-
Role, I'm gonna tell you something. Even if I got the viewership to get monetization, it'll instantly get demonetized by all the cursing we do.
That's a very good point. You should probably put this up somewhere else as well. Just saying.
If
Wait,
I
hold
cared
on,
about
so-
making money off of this,
Nah.
then maybe. I mean, I
You're
could
not allowed to
Slowly.
swear in
I
ones
could
that
do
you make money
Twitch.
off of.
I could do Twitch and get money if I really cared.
But Twitch is boring. Also, Twitch D&D is kind of hard to do, to be honest.
I mean, Critical Role does it.
Yes, and they
Yeah,
do it
but
good.
they also have an actual company and a budget.
Yeah, they have
Yeah. I mean,
donation. Like even in the beginning, they were like donated food.
Does
they were. That was hilarious.
Does fires magical arrows still do the piercing damage, or is it just strictly magical now?
Depends on what you're shooting, but yes.
It'd just be a regular arrow, but yeah.
Like if you're shooting a normal ass arrow, then yes. If not, then
Why would I fire a regular arrow when I fire a
well,
magic?
I'm saying like as long as you're taking a physical arrow and imbuing it with magic, then yes.
Which will always happen because I have an infinite number of uses for that.
Mm-hmm.
I get an extra +1 to hit and an extra +1 to damage. Why would I not do that?
Yep. Anyways, so we ended the session with you guys appearing in a mysterious town that you do not know the location of. That seems to be surrounded by desert in every direction.
And Azor does not recognize it.
No, Azor does not recognize it. As for the rest of you, yeah, that's basically it. There's not much else that happened. At least I don't think. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you guys ended up going to bed.
Yeah.
I did.
Doing that stuff.
I think we rented a singular room and just took night watches.
Cool,
because after the
well,
creepiness.
Yeah, you're sharing rooms anyways because it's not that large of a tavern / inn.
Awesome.
Anyways.
Is this sarcastic awesome or?
I am going to say this right now, Lee. Your giant ass wolf. It's great and fantastic. It can't fit in most places. So I'm just gonna assume that if you don't say that it's with you, it's on the ship at almost all times.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's really the only place that it can actually fit.
Yeah.
Trying to fit a 15-foot tall wolf
on this ship.
inside a tiny little tavern ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, no. As cool as that would be, no.
It'd be very cool.
I mean, does Yen have the enlarge reduce spell?
Eventually, when you guys get it. 'Cause I think that's a 5th level spell.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he could cast it now if he wanted.
Well, you know.
If
He also
he
doesn't
wanted,
know-
I say.
He doesn't know that you guys want him to do that.
Nope.
You'd have to ask him very politely.
And he might say fuck you.
He might say that. So yeah.
It's only a second level spell.
Oh,
It's really only a 2nd level spell?
Yeah.
sorry,
Well, then,
guys.
that's
But it only lasts 1 minute.
Oh, it only lasts a minute. Never mind then. I was gonna say that doesn't make any sense.
So for 1 minute, we could get the wolf through the door.
It's not about getting in the door. It's about staying inside, period. Most rooms aren't 15 feet tall.
Yeah, but if he lays
Doorways
down.
are 15 feet tall.
Well, this is the ridiculously big dire wolf that, because of the lore of the world, is massively bigger than what it should be. Dire bears are kind of the same way.
It's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
okay.
that's a nat 20?
Okay, honestly, I would suggest not continuing to roll because you're wasting your rolls.
I don't subscribe to that superstition.
I do. Especially on here.
Yeah.
Well, on
Do we
here,
have-
probably.
Wait, do we have a certain number of rolls or something?
No, it's
just
just
that much.
once you get a natural 20, you're not due to get another natural 20 for like a week.
Oh, fair
Maybe,
enough.
but Taliesin in
You know what
that
happened
one
to
I
me?
was just watching in Grog's game got 4 nat 20s in 6 rolls.
Well, that's Taliesin. He's
I
literally
know.
gifted with 20.
How was
natural
Grog's
20.
game?
Remember, this is without the golden snitch.
Is that what happened last Thursday? Past Thursday?
Yeah, last Thursday was Grog's game.
Was it good?
It is amazing. If you
I
haven't
haven't
seen
been
it, you
watching
need to.
the bonus ones.
I have to watch everybody's damn game. I'm so far behind.
Yeah,
I think
I
only
finished the last episode.
Taliesin
I believe
and
Mauritius is this week.
Mauritius is
Also,
this
that's
week.
the one I should skip.
Oh, that's so cruel. But
Uh,
probably true.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it just to see if I'm right, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it because it's probably gonna be a lot better than what people think.
Yeah, because she's gonna be cheating with.
Yeah.
Oh, like
I mean,
Grog
he is
cheating?
kind of very DM, so you know.
But honey, could you just like do it just cause?
Could you like just do it for me? Okay, thanks.
He'll be like, I guess.
Totally just like that.
I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
he totally
we all know that
knows
Matt
what's
Mercer's a
going on.
clown,
Okay.
right?
A clown. Okay, seriously, we need to get into this because we're being distracted.
Yeah, let's go.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. So it is not morning. You guys have either gotten up and gotten your breakfast, morning drunk, whatever you want to do. Grisbane is not out. He is still in his quote-unquote room / section of the room.
Grisbane is probably one of the few of us that could actually be totally fine if something were to try and get to him in the middle of the night, and he was on his own.
Maybe. You don't know.
Hey, back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm gonna check around just to, as in character, check around just to make sure there's like no persons just watching the tavern.
So you're gonna go outside, make some investigation checks then?
I'm just gonna spot through the windows.
Okay.
Let me just. Where is that frickin'? It's in skills. Where is perception?
Give you a hint. It's in alphabetical order.
So I'm gonna ask right now, are you gonna be particularly stealthy about doing this?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat stealthy.
Okay.
God damn, I'm gonna go stealth first too.
By the way, Steve, that 48 damage though.
Yeah, that's on a crit with against a
Average
giant.
of 6.
That's on a
Not
crit.
average of 6. Average of
That is
4.
terrible.
No, not 4.
So fucked up the stealth.
4.4.
Mm.
I mean, hey, it's still a roll. You just fumble about in the window.
Nah, I just don't fucking.
Investigation though. That's decent. So, though you're not particularly stealthy about it, you do look out the window, into your guys' room, and you can see out onto the main street, right next to the tavern. And there are several alleyways on the opposite side of the street. There's also a couple on this side of the street, but you can't really get a good view on them. But looking out into those alleyways, you can see movement on the street. Like, there are people walking about. It is now morning, but most of the people that go in and out of alleyways are, keeping to themselves. They aren't really looking at the inn. But along one of the alleyways closer towards the wall of the city, you can see someone just glancing at the tavern and then walking back into the alleyway. They almost seem to look directly at you, in fact, but that's all you get. You just catch a glimpse of it real quick.
Damn, so I can't get any details of what they look like.
Nope.
Damn. Well, I'll just say someone was looking straight at the rooms are on like the second floor, aren't they? So
Yes, they are. Second floor.
So there would be no reason for him to look up there. So yeah, they were looking directly at our room. For a
Possibly.
quick second.
Oh, actually, I do have one thing that I need to ask one of you. Because I don't think we actually answered this or not. Slim, I'm going to drag you into Whispers real quick.
Okay.
Oh, the whisper train.
It's so it begins.
I'm very tempted to just say, like, if we plan on telling everybody, can we just, like, not do whispers? A waste of time.
Well, you have to wait for
Personally.
them to get back from Whispers before
What do
you.
you guys think? Because if we go to Whispers and then he's like, all right, the new Seeker is the drunken whatever. I'm gonna come out here. The new Seeker is the drunken whatever.
And if I choose not to tell you?
I mean,
the thing is that you get dragged
There's a
into
reason for
Whispers, you don't necessarily know if you're going to tell them everything. So you still probably have things that you'll know that other people won't.
all right, fair enough.
Or it'd be something personal for your character only, really.
Or may only matter to your character. I mean, it's happened a lot, but considering what's been going on, I don't think it's being overused.
Okay. So I'll let you know when that's happening. As for the rest of you, I think that's everything I needed to ask. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that happened.
So whenever Azor's going down for breakfast, Kaylin will too.
Okay. It's not the same barkeep that you guys had last night. It seems to be a younger, blonde man with a short, not very well kept beard.
Dave Game's not on point.
Nope.
Okay, so might as well go have friggin' breakfast because
I will attempt to purchase eggs and bacon from the unkempt bearded man.
Yeah. He obviously asks you for the money, and considering you are the richest people in the fucking planet, you're able to pay.
We have it.
How much
You
is
could
it?
buy the whole city. What?
How much is it though, so I can mark off what I'm paying for it?
For everyone, if everyone's going to have, breakfast and maybe
Sure.
morning drinking, probably like 20 gold total.
Too rich for my blood. I starve.
Bitch, if I were going to let you starve, I wouldn't let you be in this game. Hunger.
Okay, I
Fucking D&D.
tossed 2 platinum down.
Oh, Jesus.
Cool.
Everyone eats today. Even the little kid that robbed us earlier.
attempted to mostly. He just got Jen Farron though.
Who was, already mostly poor. Anyways, so yeah, you pay. Bartender is a little bit, or I say bartender, but barkeeper, I guess would be better. Looks a little bit suspicious when you hand him 2 platinum coins. He does like to check to see if they're actually real.
He bites on them, breaks his teeth.
Yeah, totally, that whole thing. And then slips them in his pocket. He serves you all of your food and gets you drinks. But other than that, seems to be rather quiet. There's not many other patrons. Most people aren't morning drinkers. Brisbane still hasn't come down though.
That's just no dwarves in the party.
That reminds me of the other thing I was going to ask you before, because I lost all my notes on everything since we switched platforms. I need the names of people, namely Mr. Captain Dwarf.
That's correct. Well, I can get that for you, because I'm sure we've talked about it in the past.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to go check up on Griswold.
Grisbane.
Griswold?
Griswold?
I mean, Grisbane.
Suddenly we started playing Diablo.
Professor Grizzly.
Alright. So you go and knock on the door?
Yes.
He doesn't answer immediately.
Oh, he answers eventually?
Yeah. About after like 3 tries, he stirs a little bit, and then you can hear it behind the door, muffled shouting.
What bloody ruckus is this?
I mean, he's not that old, but yeah, basically something like that, but more muffled.
The gate is closed. Ow.
I mean, okay then.
I wait to make
Just
sure that
hurt
he's actually,
yourself?
freaking there.
Yeah, he comes to the door and, seems very, very groggy. But he is there. He doesn't say anything, though.
Is he
Yeah,
alive?
and he just says trying to make sure that you're not dead.
Nods his head and goes back into his room and shuts the door.
Fuck off.
Okay, she's gonna. Ellie's gonna go back downstairs to get actually eat.
No food
Okay.
for you.
Just like him, like disappearing like that. Just wanted to make sure he's actually there and not somehow kidnapped.
Cool. So, after about maybe an hour or hour and 15 minutes, he comes down. He seems very reluctant and doesn't talk to anyone. He is also holding his head in his hands, like he's like, nah, I don't want to talk.
Is he hungover?
Maybe, possibly.
I'll find out. I put my hand on him and see if I can end alcoholism through lay on hands.
Yes, you spend 5 points and it does end the condition hungover.
Awesome.
It's totally a condition now.
Awesome.
Say over, and then like, oh, well, there goes all his joy for the day.
No, hangovers are terrible.
They suck.
I mean, if he said,
If you're drunk, it's one thing. I won't end the condition of drunk on you because that is fun. Hungover, that's just hell.
Yeah.
You will thank me for getting rid of your hangover.
He might drink more now though because he knows he can fix it.
Well,
I mean,
there's nothing stopping
maybe.
him from drinking before. I'm not
He
his
looks over
mother.
and,
I'm just.
at you, Nala, and says, "I forgot you were a paladin."
I think the hangover helped.
He goes back to holding his head in his hands.
Well,
So he's just really just being antisocial.
Yep.
he's no longer hungover, so at least that's done.
so what's on today's order of business?
Find out where the fuck we are.
That's.
I look over at Griswold. Don't you know where we are?
You mean Grisbane?
I'm sticking with Griswold.
All right then. He's not going to answer to that name.
All right, G Money, where we at today?
He's definitely not going to answer to that.
Wait, what about Grizzly B?
He's going to get up and just leave.
All right, Grisbane.
He's
Where
going
we
to turn
at?
to all of you and say, "Look, all I'm good at is doing the magic-y stuff, and if that doesn't work in this city, I'm useless."
Wait, your magic doesn't work here?
He basically like does like a hand symbol in the air and like possibly like for like a rejuvenation or whatever, and tries to do like the Kamehameha thing, and then just turns into like a thin spurt of mist. Like, yeah, not great.
Is this like firebending on the eclipse kind of pathetic?
Yeah, exactly, kind of like
All
that.
right. So you don't know
Oh.
where we are, and you don't know how to magic-y.
I know how to magic. I just can't.
Okay, I look at Yen. Yen, can you anything?
Can I?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, give me a second.
You gonna waste a spell to see if that works?
Well, he doesn't know if it's a waste.
Can be
He doesn't.
cantrips. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
Um,
right.
Damn it.
Are there people in this bar?
No, it's just you guys for right now. There's been a couple getting breakfast,
Actually-
but they've left by now.
Does it?
Fuck it, I'm gonna use
Fireball.
Yeah.
Fucking explode the tavern.
No.
Wait, is there any like cracked seats or anything like that? Guys, try to do mending.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, there's a couple
invisibility.
of them that have scuff marks on them or whatever.
I'm
You gonna go
going.
invisible?
He's
Yeah,
gonna-
Okay. That's a third level spell?
second level.
Second level. Okay. Yeah, you're able to turn invisible. It's not that hard.
I look at Grisbane. Looks like he's good.
He walks over to you and tries to dispel magic and like does the whole symbol thing for it,
Mhm.
and you sort of become visible and then go back invisible again.
So
It's counteracting him.
It's not him, it's you.
Hmm.
Totally.
He's being counteracted. someone's out to stop him from using his magic. Oh, this is bad.
Interesting.
Like I said, if I can't do my magic, I ain't got nothing.
So, okay, I walk over to the barkeep. Barkeep, howdy do. Where exactly are we? You know, we kind of had a drunken night, and we sort of got here. We're not really sure where we are. Any, tipperinos?
Well, you're in the desert. I can tell you that much.
Doesn't quite help me. Do you not know where you are? What country? What state?
Well,
What year it is?
Maybe province.
as for the first three questions, he says, well, we're in the continent of Amadire.
That helps.
It's still... Actually, what year did we agree on? I think it was 1006 or something like that?
1011, I thought.
Yeah. 1011. 1011, okay. It's the year 1011.
Sleep.
The month is...
Sleep.
I forgot the name of this month because I'm a dummy.
So we haven't gone. Our time hasn't changed.
Yeah, time hasn't changed except for when you go to sleep and then woke up again.
And that week that we completely don't remember.
The week that you forgot happened apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, he says the city. It's always been here.
Right. But so he still doesn't give us a location like on a map.
Nope.
Do you not know where you are?
All I know is that I'm in the city.
I'm gonna walk over to Kaylin. Or not. Give me a second.
You think you actually have a cold now?
If she's actually here. Maybe. Do we not have a Kaylin?
He doesn't know the name of the thing?
The
The
display.
town?
He does not say the name of the city.
Does anybody know what city we're in? I say this loudly because it's an open bar, right? So.
This
No,
Yes.
James had ice cream
There
earlier,
are
but he
only a
didn't
couple
actually
other
eat,
people
just
in
served
here.
out in the bowl.
Does anybody know what city we're in?
They all look at you like you're weird or something, and just say you're in the city. I don't know what else to tell you.
You guys are
Can I do a
Whoever
history check
tells
for the
me
name,
what
the
city I'm
city?
in gets a plat.
Sure. I mean, the person like right next to you goes, "Ooh, platinum," and then says, "Yeah, you're in the city." And then
Not what city. You
I got
fucking-
23.
I think it's called D City. That's it.
Oh, you
am.
got a 23 for history check.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
What?
there's a lot of cities. Some
there any
of them
cities
are
called-
called. Some of them are called the city by people that live there. But you got nothing.
Jesus. You guys are useless.
What's the name of the region?
The guy that was answering, the barkeep, Jesus, answers, well, it's the desert. There aren't many deserts on Amadire from last time I checked.
Oh boy. I guess we're. Let me just pull up the map again. and
So
remember all
spooky.
You guys are shit at charades, aren't you?
Sure.
Pirateton or we're in the wastes?
Okay, so
Alright.
as I wanted to do earlier,
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Kaylin.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my money
Okay.
that I have in my bag, and I'm gonna hand it to her and say, "Hold on to this," and then I'm gonna
Okay.
walk outside.
I'm just gonna put his money in my bag of holding.
Yoink.
So, what are you doing outside?
I'm gonna look for a guard.
You look for a guard.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah, you don't know.
This
You
is
don't
gonna
know.
go
I'll
great.
deal
Make
with him.
Make an actually no, not an investigation. Make a perception check.
Remember, he's
I'll deal
invisible.
with them.
Oh right.
Yes,
He's
you are
invisible.
still invisible, unless you just want to end that.
Nope, I'm
Nope.
invisible.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 8.
Well, that's an 8. So,
Well, Azor
I was going-
can
yeah, I
still
was
see
going-
him.
well, okay. So 18. Yeah, you're able to point one out. There are a couple that walk up and down the main thoroughfare of the city, or tent city outside the walls.
Are they all? Do they look capable?
There's a couple that look, normal, like normal people.
How many are drunk off their ass?
That's
Like
what
7.
that's what I meant by capable. I'm going to one. I'm gonna go to one that doesn't look like they've been drinking heavily.
Plastered.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Not many of them are actually that plastered.
Okay.
That was just that one that you guys happened to come across.
Right as one.
So you go up to one of the more capable-looking guards.
Yes.
You are still invisible, so he does not react to when you are close to him.
Hey, Mister.
He looks around like looking for someone that called his name.
I mean, he sees me, right? So.
Are you still with Azor, or not Azor? Are you still with Yen?
So I imagine I would have gone with him.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
He sees Azor and says, "Did you need something?"
Yeah, my friend wants to ask you a question.
Okay. You can ask it.
Do you know where we are?
So where's that voice coming from?
He's somewhere here.
You just like point into his general direction.
I mean, well, I can see him, so, but.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying he can't see him, so you know.
He's invisible. You have true sight. That's. Oh wait, it's Acer we're talking about. He's probably just not gonna. He's not gonna explain shit. He's just like.
I saved everything that was left over. It's all wrapped up in the fridge.
So the guard just
a pile of mess.
shrugs and says, well, you're on the outside of the city.
Top shelf.
This is the tent city that surrounds it. Mostly the poor
Check the gravy
district of it,
in
I guess you could say.
Does the city have a name besides the city?
I mean, why wouldn't it have a
Potato in
name?
it, though. No potato in it.
Well, do you know what the name is?
I mean, it doesn't have a name. It's just the city.
All right, what's the closest named city other to us?
Oh,
Okay.
named city.
On the side? No.
Geez, I haven't been outside of the desert in like forever.
Is there a place where we can find a map where the city is?
Probably inside the city.
Do you have a place
I
that
know
you
you
can
said it didn't
recommend?
help. Would it? Do you
Like
think
a
it might
town
help?
hall,
Considering
library.
considering I'm not one of the chosen, I'm not allowed inside the city.
Who are the chosen?
Well, there's the guard captains. I don't know why I'm telling a random citizen this. Just go about your business. And you leave.
Oh fuck!
Oh, God damn it.
Nigga, you will tell us where we is, or we will kill you.
You're not there, so.
I know.
Are you there?
But in
Are
my
you
head,
going to-
no, I'm not gonna
Okay.
say that. But like,
I hear Dog
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
cast Charm Person on the guy.
oh
Okay,
baby, a
cool.
triple.
He needs to make a Wisdom DC of 16. Wisdom save with DC 16.
He fails. I don't even have to do the math for that.
He has a plus 25.
So he is charmed.
And I'm going to drop invisibility. I believe it's Constitution.
What the hell was that?
Or concentration.
Yeah, yes it is.
Actually, no, it's Charm Person is not concentration.
It's not. Well then, you can stay invisible.
I'm gonna
You
drop.
can have a spooky voice come from nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop invisibility.
He's in bed,
Okay.
yeah.
You drop invisibility.
I like 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I just moved it in there. Gone back
Also,
to
whenever you can you give me the name of the pirate, my captain?
Yeah. I was just searching through our chat history.
Captain, my captain.
I know I had his name, and then like we switched, and I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Plus,
I
he's my
actually
captain. Blah blah blah.
I actually never actually wrote it down. I just assumed that you had written it down and remembered it.
Well, I had it written down, but GG.
Give me a
Yay!
name now.
Can we give him a new name?
I mean, we could.
Blackbeard? Wasn't something
The
Blackbeard?
Dread Pirate Roberts.
No, it was definitely not Blackbeard because his hair is not black. He's got red
It could be
hair.
ironic.
Drunk beard.
Gingivitis.
Gingivitis. That's canon now. That's
Isn't that like
canon.
Oh,
Isn't
goodness.
that like a,
Oh, it's
like
awful.
a mouth?
Gingivitis is something that affects your teeth.
Yes.
And he just said gingivitis.
To be fair, his teeth should be terrible.
I mean, actually no, because he's a dwarf, so he has high constitution.
He could be a limey. You don't know.
All right. So, what are you asking your charmed friend?
So, you said we had to be. So, how do we get inside the city besides being a chosen one? A chosen.
Well, I'm not really supposed to be saying this, but most of the guards that walk out in the tent city are just there to quell any fights or stupid people or the poor. We're not really guards per se. We're just people in fancy clothing with spears. And he holds his out aloft. All I know is that the guard captains are the actual guards. Those are the ones that like give us all commands and like tell us where to go for the day.
Quick question. Weren't we told we were the chosen?
No.
We're not? By Phoenix?
Well,
no, we're keepers.
You're keepers, and
Okay.
we're looking for seekers.
Okay.
You could also look for I guess the force men. I don't know, but really, there's. Oh, bye, Lily. Welcome back, Lily.
Sorry. Just taking myself into whispers.
Yes, you can.
So we're the chosen.
Yeah, really, we don't know much about people that go into the city, considering they don't really tell us.
Okay, so do you know where one of your captains are?
Well, you could check one of the guardhouses near the wall, but usually only guards are allowed in there. And in order to be a guard, you have to be a citizen for at least 9 years.
Should we describe ourselves?
We just want to get out of here. We don't even know how we got here.
Does he have like
most people that travel here, they travel by caravan. I'm sure there'll be one along pretty soon. You could just leave with them.
Does the guard have like the same skin color as me?
You're black, correct?
Racist.
Brown, light brownish.
Well, you know what I meant.
He's more like a middle.
Very different.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Okay, wait. The way he's described it, he's more like a Middle Eastern kind of.
Yeah.
Yes, they are Middle Eastern.
Okay.
Jeez, why can't we go through one of these without
He's
having
Gilmore.
racist connotations?
No, actually, Gilmore is African.
What?
Gilmore's black.
I thought.
Yeah, they're straight up black.
Wait, I
Gilmore's
thought
not
that place
black.
was Middle Eastern.
It's desert, but it's not Middle Eastern. It's more like Saharan.
It's like Egypt, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Sahara.
That's not Middle East. That's African.
That's North African.
All right.
It's not sub-Saharan, but it is definitely African.
Every fan art thingy makes him look Arabian.
That's because they don't know his actual ethnicity. Anyways, onwards to other conversation. So why are you asking this?
I mean, I could just disguise myself as a guard.
You're gonna try and discard. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask Yen, should I just do that?
So a cool thing about charmed person is that you can ask them to do things for you.
Okay.
Like strip.
Bitch.
I'm just gonna say it's been long enough at this point. I'm just gonna make another roll.
Oh, it's been an hour already? Damn.
Yeah, it's an hour long, Charm.
Oh, it's an hour-long charm.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
When you
literally
fail the
check
save on
memory-
it,
memory
it just happens for the hour.
Oh, nice. Well then, ignore that roll. It's not high enough, anyways.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
DC 16, I believe, is what he said earlier.
I know.
He has
Oh, wow.
Minus.
Wow.
That's funny.
They're also not that intelligent either.
Alright. Should we...
So I'm gonna ask him, is there any way you can, like, get us into the guardhouse?
I mean, I don't want to lose my job. My job is literally how I'm paying to feed my family. But, I mean, I guess I could, like, fake bring you in for, like, trespassing or whatever, or, like, some stupid law. Could do that. You might get thrown in a cell.
It's not the first time I've been arrested.
Honestly, not that surprised.
Alright, I'm down for this plan.
Alright,
Are
I'll
you
go
gonna
with
tell
you.
the rest? Are you guys gonna tell the rest of the party at all?
How about let them play the game?
How about don't metagame? Period.
Thank you.
So, should we get thrown in jail yet?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Alright.
Word up.
Y'all are fucking awesome. I'm so glad you're not telling anyone.
Let's do
Me
it.
too.
So yeah, the guard says, "Well, to make it believable, I'm gonna have to shackle you."
Perfect.
Sure.
Pretty sure that's how he likes it.
he takes
At least,
out,
at least buy me dinner first.
he takes out a couple pair of shackles and has you guys put your hands behind your back and shackles you. And if you guys don't fight, then he's just gonna lead you towards one of the guardhouses.
Yeah. I'm not fighting this.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys just got arrested by someone that you have charmed. This is going great.
This is the only time I've seen someone use a charm person to get arrested.
This is fucking great.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
you have like a sexual desire to get thrown in jail, don't you?
Meanwhile,
Gilbert.
Meanwhile,
Okay, how's
I mean, guys, no kink shaming, okay?
We're not
Yeah.
kink shaming.
Rope
We are
perception.
not kink shaming. This is amazing.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna roll perception to realize if they're gone because I know
Well,
that.
I'm just gonna give that to you because he announced that he was leaving.
Yeah,
He
it's
did
like-
say that he
it's
would
like-
hold this. I'll be back.
You know he's gone. There's nothing.
Yeah, you know.
You don't
he's
know where
gone.
he went.
You just don't know where he went.
Meanwhile, so Kaylin, how's your bacon?
he's fucking invisible
Pretty
too.
Probably
mediocre.
probably cold at this point. And honestly, it's a little bit salty. Actually,
Reminds
it's
me
good
of
salty.
Ellie.
Well then.
That sounded wrong in many ways. It should have been.
You don't know where my mind goes. It went exactly right there.
Go to find the ocean and throw
That's
I mean,
exactly what you thought I
yeah.
was saying.
So let me know when they've been gone for an hour.
Sure. I'll let you know. Hopefully they're not dead in the cell by then.
Alright. Oh, Joe, I should let you know that I have like 2 daggers that are hidden in my boots in case our weapons get taken.
Cool. They probably will be.
But, yeah, they're like hidden in my boots, so I'll
Cool.
have to like, search my boots.
That's actually a great point. Does that take a stealth check for that to happen, or is it just automatic?
I have no idea.
Probably a sleight
So-
of hand.
I'm gonna say sleight of hand, like retroactively,
Okay.
just so we know what you did to put it in your shoe or whatever. Like, oh, I just have a dagger in my sock. I'm totally not stepping on the blade. All right, you're fine. As long as like you didn't like roll a 1.
Yeah.
Anyways, ow, fuck my ass.
No.
No, I literally just stubbed my toe and it really fucking hurt.
So why are somebody?
So we're
Why would
fucking
we-
your ass.
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Shut up.
Look, no kink
Alright.
shaming, guys. Come on.
I mean, bend over,
No,
Joe.
all the kids.
Wow. All right. So who asked the question? Someone asked the question.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on Grisbane. Look, I got it right for
Grisbane.
once.
Yay!
I'm sitting like on the other side of the tavern from.
I figured you. I'm surprised you're actually sitting at the bar.
No, I think she
wouldn't
means
want
that
NPCs
she's
playing.
as far away from him while still being in the tavern. Like if
She's
he's
just
at the
pressing
bar,
against
she's
the
at the
corner.
far table.
She's like in the corner, basically. Fuck off. So I'm gonna switch back over to Yen and Azor. It only takes about like 2 or 3 minutes to actually reach the wall from where you guys were. It's not that large of a tent city. There's maybe like, I don't know, like quarter mile of tent city outside of the walls. It's not that big.
It's not Unity, thank God.
It is not Unity at all. In fact, you can actually see both sides of where the wall is. So, yeah. not horizon to horizon, but you do get to the wall, and like he had said, there are guardhouses every other like 10 or 100, not 10, like 1,000 or 10,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Not 10,000. Jesus Christ.
Every 1,000.
Yeah, every other 1,000 or so. And he brings you inside his, and there are a few guards stationed outside. And seeing him bring you guys up to the guardhouse, he's gonna the one to the left side of the actual guardhouse is gonna say, "Oh, what'd you catch these two doing?" And he's going to try and deceive.
Great.
Oh boy, he's gonna say, "Well, I caught them stealing from one of the stores."
This is a robbery.
And the other guard is gonna say, "So you caught more robbers. Good job. You're catching thieves in a thief city. Well done."
Whoop!
Oh!
City.
That explains why I was missing money.
Also, just so you guys know, tent cities are known for having a lot of thieves.
Yeah.
It's a tent city.
Yeah, without a doubt.
4 people need to survive too.
Yep.
Do they though? Do they?
I mean, you know. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we could just hold them in the cell for a day, as we usually do. All right. Get these 2 in there.
Is
They open
Yen
the
still
door.
invisible?
No.
No, he.
No. He said he was coming on.
They shackled an invisible person.
That's totally not sketchy at all.
It's just a floating pair of manacles. Oh wait, no, weren't they kind of worn and turned invisible?
Walked in.
That's
Yes, they
interesting
would turn
question.
invisible. However, he is visible. So you guys are walked in. It's not a very large guardhouse. It's just on the outskirts of the, or not the outskirts. It's right on the edge of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How many guards are inside?
There's about 6, plus the guard captain who is stationed. So there's like 9 cells along the back wall of the guardhouse. A couple of them are occupied. One of them has a slightly dying person.
Damn.
He does not look great. The
Gross.
6 guards are either stationed by the door. There's a couple lounging on a rusty metal sofa off to the side. And there is the guard captain sitting behind his desk on the left side of the guardhouse in front of the lefternmost cell, which is also the largest. And you are brought towards the cell on the far, far side, opposite side of where the guard captain is.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Yen. Hey Yen, what's our plan again?
Yen's gonna have a plan?
Get arrested?
Oh, so we got that done.
Yeah. Really
got
didn't
arrested.
think this through, did you?
That's the best plan.
Hey,
Has it
hey,
been an
Mr.
hour
Guard
yet?
Captain.
He was
no,
hoping
he's
that
not.
they bring him through the wall.
Hey, Mr. Guard Captain.
So you try and get the attention of the guard captain. He's going to look over to the guard that just brought you in and say, "Make sure these guys don't, get rowdy."
We have no plans to get rowdy. We just want to ask you a question.
I don't answer scum's question.
Oh.
The best laid plans.
Thanks for calling us scum, I guess. I don't know.
You're obviously here because you broke the law. People who break the law deserve punishment. I'm not here to make chit chat with people who break the law.
That makes sense.
No.
He goes back to doing his paperwork.
You two are
Meanwhile, Ellie has the
geniuses.
urge to just
So
face
does the guy who has the guard who's taking us in, does he have the keys to the cell?
Nope.
Damn it.
No, of course.
That actually would be the guard captain. Because that makes sense.
Are our hands still?
Shackled.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You guys are idiots.
Meanwhile,
Well, this plan was thought through.
There is a bench on the far side of the cell, so you guys can sit there if you would like. And there's also a pot to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
Lol.
Okay.
Oh, at least you've got a pot to piss
It's
in.
like getting your pants down with your hands.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how actually easy that is.
it's very easy to get your pants
Wait, are we
down.
shackled in front or behind?
Behind.
Are they still shackled while they're in jail?
They're still shackled behind.
What?
Why are they still shackled behind if they're in the cell?
Reasons?
It's a thief city.
So can I
Yep.
bring up my knees to my chest and put my arms behind me and try to get my hands out in front of me?
Sure, make an acrobatics check.
I was about to say that.
I'm gonna attempt the same.
Awesome.
Oh boy.
I'll give you a hint. It's not that hard.
Oh.
Well,
For a second, I thought they
Both of
both
you
rolled the
succeed.
same number.
Alright.
Alright.
so yeah, you're able to slip over very easily.
So now I have my hands in front of me.
Yeah. And so we're like across from the guard captain?
You're okay. So if you walk in, the cell that you guys are in is on the right side of the guardhouse. The guard captain is on the far left side.
Okay.
So you're
And
like a
there's-
good 20 feet away from him.
And
Maybe
there's
even more.
other prisoners in the cells next to us?
There are not.
Okay, question. Are
Yes.
the shackles really tight, or can I try and pull my hands through them?
Yeah.
You might be able to
I would like to try and pull my hands through the shackles.
make a sleight of hand check.
Do the same.
Do I have... Nope. It's just
Hey!
Wow.
a natural 20.
Well, Azor, you're able to pop them out actually pretty easy. It's almost like you're greased up. Yen,
I'm always greased up.
You struggle for like a couple minutes, but the shackles are tighter than you expected.
Hey, Azor. I need your
Yeah. I'm gonna take out a dagger.
So
Try to.
I'm gonna say at this point, someone's gonna try and see if you're up to no good. You're fine.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to
Making trouble with that?
jimmy the lock with the dagger. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do
You should
that.
be really happy that they have a -1.
So I'll try to jimmy the lock with the dagger.
Okay.
What do I roll?
That'd be another sleight of hand check.
Fuck.
Yeah, the tip of the dagger breaks off in the lock.
Damn it.
So that's something else I'm gonna have to make for you.
I don't need to just buy another dagger. These are just shitty regular daggers. All right.
These are his throwing that. Oh wait.
I'm gonna look around the cell for something that I can try to use to. I don't know. Wait, are these like chains or are they like? Is it like a straight bar between them?
It's a straight bar.
Okay.
shit.
Straight bars are way easier to make.
All right.
And especially with the fucking intensity.
How thick is it?
Like a half-inch. Same thickness as the bars that surround the cell. So I'm going to say at this point, it's been about 45 minutes or so. So unless you guys break yourselves out within the next 15 minutes of game time, I'm going to say your friends realize that you have been gone way too long.
All right. I'm gonna look to see if I can find like a weak point in it.
Okay.
Examine it closely or whatever.
Make an investigation check.
What's wrong, buddy? Well,
Great.
outside? Huh? Outside? Okay.
That's 13. So
Yeah.
no.
Hmm.
Can I try and pull my hands through again, or
Yeah, you could try again.
slide
It
a
might
hand
hurt you
inside?
though.
Hey.
So you do get the shackles off, but you hurt yourself doing so. It scrapes your skin and you make cuts on yourself. You take.
Wow.
That's a lot of damage. You take 16 points. It's basically
Wow.
you basically skin your hand.
Do I have a potion with me?
That's
Oh,
alright.
wait, no, I don't have one.
Hold on.
Oh wait, so they took our stuff, right?
They took your major weapons, yes.
They can't take my hands.
Did they take my bag of holding?
You did that for yourself.
Did they take my bag of holding and all
No, they
like
did
armor
not.
and stuff? Okay.
They didn't.
So,
They just took your weapons because they're not gonna, strip you naked.
what do we do now?
The best prison strip you naked.
Go invisible and like make a distraction? Or should we just wait?
Wasn't there a reason you guys came here?
Yeah, we thought the guy would just like bring us in and let us out, and so we could talk to someone.
Or, you thought that he was going to bring you through the wall.
I love it when a plan comes together.
No, I knew we were getting arrested to come here. Guard captain's an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say at this point the guard captain gets up and starts to leave.
Hey, you, mister.
He looks at your cell and says, "Look, I understand. You're probably desperate to leave. You're bored, whatever. You broke the law. You gotta serve the time. That's just how the laws work."
I didn't break any law. I charmed the guy. Is that the law here?
I'm gonna say make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Is that?
You fucking idiot!
I broke no rules. I simply made an official do as I play.
Like I totally didn't break a law because I broke a law.
Hey.
Wow, that's bad, but good at the same time. You have
That's a high persuasion. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it is. So the guard captain is gonna look like a little taken back by what you just said and say, "You did what now? How did you get yourself arrested if you had charmed him?"
We just want to talk to you.
Okay. So, we woke up in a tavern, or did we wake up in a tavern? We woke up in a tavern, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys came to consciousness in a tavern.
Yeah.
We came to in a tavern. We have no idea.
Usually how it works.
Yes. We have no idea how we got here. We have
That's usually how it works.
We have no idea where we are. Everyone just keeps saying the city.
Like, what is the city and where is the next closest population center?
The second you mention the city, he's gonna straighten up, look at the guy that you charmed, and immediately draw his sword and put his sword to his throat and say,
"What?
Why are you asking that question?"
Why are you putting a sword to this guy's face?
Yeah, because we don't know
He's
what.
charmed, isn't he?
Not anymore.
1 hour. It's only been around.
Hasn't been an hour yet.
He doesn't know that.
Well,
he doesn't know that.
Shush.
Oh.
He also doesn't know that it would only last an hour. He doesn't know that. He just assumes you charmed him, so it's forever or whatever, like vampire or whatever.
Has he drawn this? Has he stabbed the guy yet?
No, he's just holding it against his throat.
Okay. No need to stab this guy. It will wear off.
I'm supposed to take an outlaw's word.
I'm not an outlaw.
We haven't broken any laws.
You literally charmed one of my guards so you could get arrested, brought into this cell, so you could ask me a question that has been outlawed.
How are we supposed to know the question's supposed to be outlawed?
As it gets.
We don't know where we are.
How are we supposed to know that's supposed to be outlawed?
Came to in a tavern. I have no recollection of what happened the past week.
I'm going to say make another persuasion check, but without disadvantage this time. Just a straight roll. Oh. That roll, though. Oh.
Wow.
You have a good number. Like, that's not bad at all.
Jesus. Plus 13.
Low.
I'm also going to make a a rule against that.
Yay!
Well, doesn't have a very large bonus, so you're fine. He's gonna say, when did you get here? Do you at least know that?
Like
No,
yesterday.
I'm missing a week time span.
We remember only getting here yesterday. So it could have been before then, but we just remember being here yesterday.
We woke up
So
yesterday.
you got here yesterday.
Mm,
The whole other memory part, not part of my problem. What I need solved right now is why you're asking a question that is illegal in this city. There's a reason why no one asks that, and there's a reason why no one has the answer to that.
We don't know where we are, so we're trying to figure that out.
Please forgive us, because we don't know. Like I said, came to yesterday. I have no idea where we are.
Who told you about this city in the first place?
No one.
No one told you about it.
We got here accidentally.
The people kind of just mentioned the city. No one really specifically said, "Oh, that city." Everyone was just like, "The city."
Well, here's the thing. People who come here have to be allowed to know where it is. There are very few people who actually do know where it is. The caravans that come here are vetted heavily. They're made sure that they aren't going to spill the beans to the outside world. Because if they did, they'd be hunted by all sorts of very evil people. And things.
Oh.
Oh, so this is like a secret.
I'm going to let this guy go. But when I do, I want him to be uncharmed. Can you do that?
Has it been an hour yet?
Yes, it has.
Yeah, we can do that. It's fine.
Speaking of which, I will get to the rest of you in like a minute or so.
I was just gonna send a sending spell at an hour to Yen, just being like, "Where the fuck are you guys? What's happening? Are you okay? Do we need to come get you?"
Have you been arrested?
Is that your reply?
No.
Okay. Because if that's your reply, I love you. But yeah, it's been an hour, so.
Okay. So
I'll pull up my sending stone and send that to Kaylin.
You don't have it right now, I don't think.
No, it's in my bag of holding.
Yeah,
which I have.
Yeah, you do have it. However, you don't get it immediately. You're still in the middle of a conversation.
Damn it.
But I would send it. So whoever I sent that to Yen, so Yen would be able to immediately reply.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
For the record, I would have. I mean, all right. When it's my turn, I'm going to use my stone for something else.
Cool. Well, you can do that at any point. Like, this isn't combat.
Well, I'd like to take a turn to do it or whatever. Like, everybody seems to be doing something right now, so.
Yeah. Well, it's just kind of all happening all at the same time. But this would technically be like a little bit after the time period went away. Guard captain puts his sword back down, and the guard is gonna breathe a sigh of relief, like, "I'm not dead! Yay!"
Oh yeah, doesn't people also realize that they have been charmed after the spell ends?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's probably gonna be a bit pissed at them too.
He's pissed at you guys. Like he's both relieved that he's okay and pissed because he got charmed by two assholes.
Dumbasses.
I think the second one is right.
I call worth in all chat.
Yeah.
Worth it. To an extent.
So, guard captain is going to speak up again and say, "You two are going to stay here. I'm going to go get one of my friends in the city. Okay. I'm going to bring him here. He's going to question you. And you're going to answer truthfully.
Sure.
If you do not answer truthfully, we will kill you."
I've been answering you truthfully this entire time.
Hey, maybe we could make this more interesting for you. Like, maybe you could just let us go.
You're going to try and bribe me.
No one's bribing anyone.
I'm just saying maybe we can just let us go.
We just want
unless you're into it. I mean, unless you're into it.
We just want to go to Unity.
And tell the entire world about this city? I don't think so.
We don't know where the city is, so how can we tell people about it?
I don't remember anything.
How am I supposed to be able to believe that? How were you able to get here if you didn't know where you are?
Some weird magic shit.
We were trying to teleport to Unity via magic, and we ended up here. What? I don't know what to say. We tried to leave yesterday.
I'm going to go get one of my higher-ups. They will come here. They will question you. As long as you answer truthfully, none of this.
Why don't you understand?
Be a problem. Because he doesn't understand. Because meta game.
He's also ignorant and doesn't understand magic.
Mm-hmm.
He
doesn't.
Remember, not everyone knows magic. Yeah, not everyone knows how magic works. With the
Ignorance.
It's just like that.
He
the magic.
He has the basic understanding that when you teleport, you need to know where you're going. So yeah.
Ignorant.
He leaves, and I'll say at this point, you guys get your sending messages.
So I get a message from Kaylin asking where are
Yep.
we?
Like, where the fuck are you? Are you in trouble? Did you fucking get arrested again? What's happening?
Where the fuck?
Alright, I'm gonna be like, okay, we got arrested again. It was a mutual arrest.
It was a mutual arrest.
It was willing.
All right then.
It was all consensual.
It was a consensual arrest. I got tied up. No, yeah. We were okay. I don't know how okay we are anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to Kaylin saying, we might get killed or not, depending on how we end
Okay,
questions.
But don't worry about it.
It's all good.
It's all good. We're totally got it under control. We just might die.
Kaylin's just gonna stand up and just be like, fuck, and walk over to Grizz and just be like, you need to come and help me out with something right now.
What happened?
Well, trying to figure out where the fuck you brought us. 2 of our friends just got arrested. And
Who got arrested?
We need to go get them out.
Who do you think got arrested?
I didn't bring you here. We got brought here.
Well, all I know is we would have been fine on that ship, but
So wait.
we're fucking here. So, and we can't leave.
We're missing a week,
So-
but we still remember telling the guide to bring us to the next seeker, right?
Yes.
No, I thought we were going to Unity.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
We were going-
At the end, okay. At the end of the guide conversation, he asked us, "Do we want to go to the next guide or to the next seeker now?" As sort of like a jump start on all that. And the general consensus was yes amongst the group.
But then we're missing a week.
And now we're missing a week, and we're in someplace we don't know about.
Then I misheard because I assumed we were going to Unity.
We do need to go to Unity because we need to find the prismatic mage there.
Wait, I thought
The prismatic mage is with us.
Bane was.
We need to bring him to Unity so that he can deal with a thing off the
So you
coast.
guys can get Lord of Steel.
That's where I thought we were going, not to the next seeker. So that's why. Well, this is awkward then.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Mm-hmm.
You've already lied.
But also, we're not supposed to keep
misheard.
throwing the word seeker about like it's a casual conversation.
What was that?
Because there's people trying to stop us, remember?
Are there?
Well, yeah.
I thought people were trying to stop him.
No, not the magic. We're talking about there are people who are actively trying to stop us from being connected with our ancient artifact weapon things.
I didn't know that. Who tried?
The cults?
The cult, for one.
I thought the cult was on the Cult of Dagon.
First off,
Multiple cults.
there's like 3 main factions within that cult, and we only vaguely know of one of their actions.
So technically, what you just said is true, but also not true. Specifically, the cult that you guys know of is the Cult of Dagon, which is one section of the main cult which worships the 3 patrons that they have, and one of those patrons is Salar.
Yeah, Lord Salar, the vampire lord
Yes.
fuckface that I need to
There are two
decapitate
other
and
patrons
put his head
that
on a
we
pike.
Worships.
So violent.
Requested.
Okay. So priority report. We now have the prismatic mage. We are now stuck in a city,
You are
of
stuck in a
which
city,
we
yes.
don't know where we are.
The secret city.
We missing
Wait,
a
wait,
week
wait,
of
wait,
our
wait,
memory.
wait. We're not stuck in a city because we're not allowed in the city, right?
We're stuck on the outside.
We're
of
not
it.
allowed to.
You're
We're stuck in
on.
this tent city.
Yes, you're in the tent city on the outskirts of the city.
Yeah, but now that since they know that you never knew about this place in the first place, I think we're gonna be ended up getting stuck here until we're vetted. Oh yeah, thank you for that, by the way. Thank you.
You're assuming, so I don't know.
The best laid plans
You
start
assume my
with,
plan?
hey, let's get arrested.
The best laid plans, though.
I know, right?
By someone who gets arrested all the fucking
Yep.
time, apparently.
This is just
I mean,
as
granted, as
obvious.
far as plans go for Yen, this is possibly one of the easiest ones he's ever had.
Yeah, it actually worked.
Congrats, you have completed your plan.
And now you're going to die.
Hey, it's on
Yeah, so right now only Kaylin knows that
It's the,
you are
it's the
arrested.
set.
She just said it out loud.
I'm pretty sure she just told
No,
everyone
I
else.
didn't. I just said that 2 of my friends were arrested. But I mean,
So,
you can make that
I asked
assumption.
too. I asked
I'm-
too.
There's
I'm
only
going to
two
go
friends
back
after
to
the city.
being Grisbane for a second and say, well, here's what we could do. We could barge in there, break them out. Probably would be pretty easy considering there's probably only like a few guards there. Or we could wait till the dead of night, have one of us go in, break them out, stuff them.
I could do that.
Or we could literally walk over there and ask them to release them because clearly I just got a sending message, so they're being held too securely.
We could do that.
But are
I
they
like
gonna
my
let
plan
them,
better, but that does sound like a good one.
are they gonna let them out with what they know of them now?
We don't know since the messages doesn't like allow us to have full
Wait,
in-depth
so are they
conversation.
in the city we couldn't get into?
Nope. They're on the
Well,
outside. Of the
outside.
wall.
We didn't
Yeah.
tell them where they were. Where we were. We just
Yeah.
said our house, right?
We just said
Yeah, but
arrested.
you guys would know that the guardhouses aren't in the city.
Yeah.
They're in the tent city part.
Okay, I would
Yeah.
use my sending stone to talk to my buddy Captain Ginger Vitus.
Gingivitis.
And
I
said,
love it.
so I read a book. Turns out you're a seeker. What else would I say? I read a book. Turns out you're a seeker. What do?
what
What
do?
do?
All right, I'll respond to that later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's what I said. Yeah.
you're
What
gonna get a
do?
response. I promise. What do?
What do?
All right.
Please tell me that
So-
what do does not fit within 25 words or less.
I'm gonna laugh if
out
like
you're a
the
seeker.
last word is just
What do? No, that's 7 words. Or it turns out you are a seeker. What do? 9.
Anyways, so how about we do a compromise? We go in there, ask them politely, and they say no. Do we get to murder everyone?
What?
I
No.
don't know how that helps anybody.
No, we don't.
Not everyone. I meant like the guards.
That's
Feel like
No.
they're
I
bad?
don't know how death helps anybody.
I like this guy.
We don't get to murder people.
Just kill them all.
At least just like freaking just head
But
on.
that's part of the fun.
I'm gonna slam his face into the table.
oh.
Oh. Okay. Then. Okay.
Yeah, just
Make a
Now remember, he has no
just make an
magic.
attack roll. Just make an attack roll.
Okay. Shit, wait, do I have an unarmed attack as a thing? No, why would I
You
have
can just
that?
roll a d20 and then add your strength.
Yeah,
and proficiency.
strength and proficiency. That's +9, alright. Well, fuck that then. That's 12 total.
Surprisingly, that does not hit him.
The one
Um,
time you fuck up.
You reach out to try and grab him by the back
He's
of the
too
head,
short.
and he just ducks slightly and then like swipes your hand away. And he goes,
Poppycock.
"What the hell are you trying to do there?"
Knock some sense into you. We're not murdering people.
I'm not actually going to murder them.
You just said to.
I mean, I may show intent to kill, but I won't actually kill. You know,
I am insight checking this motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Love this guy.
Nope, never mind.
I'm going to insight
you
check
totally believe him. You totally think that he's just like he's being completely honest right now.
I'm going to insight check him because I'm just getting tired of his shit.
Because
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know. Yeah.
We're right there.
I mean, you are, but that depends on whether or not Ellie would think that he's lying or not.
It's like when you say someone's gonna just say murder just abashedly like that. It's like, are you telling me?
I'm also gonna.
I'm also 25. He is being truthful right now. He is not intending to kill anyone.
I'm also going to point out.
Maybe severely burn, but not kill.
I just want to point out one of the first thing that ever happened, our first meeting with him, he was sketchy as fuck.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, we don't really trust him that much.
That was a really shitty roll.
That is a terrible roll. 3 1s and 3 2s.
So how long is the
To be fair,
big
they're all
guard guy going to
degrees,
come?
so that's
How
not
long is
that
that
bad.
going to take?
Kalen's.
Words. Everyone was talking at once.
When's the big guard guy coming?
Okay, so he left, I'll say, like, 2 minutes after you got the sending stone, or maybe a minute after or whatever. That'll take a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Kalen's frustrated, gonna grab Dawes and go find the nearest guard.
Lego.
Please don't get arrested as well.
Grisbane is going to chase after you and say, we should probably actually do this together. Like, I know I may be sounding like a little dick right now, but we should do this together.
And Lady just freaking gets up and was ready to get going too, because we need to fucking just not start bullshit in a city that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
All right.
Again.
All right. I got perception check or.
Yeah, that'd be an investigation.
Ooh, investigation. Thank you.
Oh, you're looking for a guard. That should be perception. Huh? Never mind.
Fuck.
Shut up. I forgot that you were doing investigation. Or not investigation. Looking for a guard.
Alright, well.
You're fine. Yeah. Either way, you're fine. Because that bonus, or that roll with whatever bonus is high enough. You find a guard. He is not tipsy.
We're just gonna ask him to. We just say our friends might have accidentally got arrested.
You happen to see an African and a hat.
Yep.
So
he's gonna say, "Well, your friend's getting arrested is none of my business, but the nearest guardhouse would be," and he points in a direction.
We'll go.
Okay.
And I'm just assuming that Grizz is gonna be like trying to keep up, but she's not making any.
He is.
Like, she's tired of his bullshit.
It's fine by me.
Yeah, we're making our way there.
I'll say like another 3 or 4 minutes go by until you get there. It's not that far of a walk at all. But once you do get there, there are a couple guards outside of the guardhouse, which is actually surrounded by a small little short wall. It's a little bit bigger than the other buildings, and it's not made of fabric, so it's semi-permanent.
So then when we get there, she is gonna just push Grizz in front of her and just be like, "Deal with this."
He's gonna look back at you and say, "Don't worry, I got this." And he walks forward. "Hello!" And the guards are going to immediately tense up and say, "What business you got here at the guardhouse?" And Grizz, I'm literally talking to myself right now, guys. Please lay off of me right now. Grisbane's gonna reply with, "We're just here to visit some prisoners. A couple of them might be one of our friends. Hoping that we didn't cause much trouble with them. I'm just gonna roll to see if this works. Because fuck having to talk to myself. I hate that.
He's a lawyer. He's our lawyer.
Okay, that's decent enough. that's not one. So yeah, the guard goes, all right, well, I guess that makes sense. 5 minutes, and he opens the door, and you guys go in.
I look around. Do I see any sort of keys or? No?
It's on the guard captain.
I'm gonna say this now. No, don't even have to make a perception roll. Just no. There are 5 guards in here, and there are obviously 2 outside. And you do see Azor and Buckface in their cell.
They're building a house of cards.
Apparently.
And he's just like looks at
what?
like, whatever
They're
you
building a house of cards.
got
Building a
yourself-
house of cards.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's a great show.
I thought you
Kevin
said.
Spacey.
I thought you said they're burning a house of cards. I'm like, why are they doing that?
I mean, I can do that too, but you know.
Yeah. And he's just gonna go like look at them and like, what are you 2 idiots?
Hey,
Why did you guys
fuck
get
you.
into this?
Alright, this will be a good one.
Yeah. So the guard that was charmed looks over and says, "Oh, you got more of them. Fun. What are you here for?"
More than likely trying to punch these 2 in the head for being dumbasses.
Oh, you're friends with these 2?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Do you want me to let you in so you can beat the shit out of them?
He's like, and he just like is like.
I was thinking about it.
That's not gonna go well.
It's a target.
You guys are assuming we got arrested because we did something bad.
I'm not assuming
No.
shit. How many people are in this room right now?
The guard is going to look directly at you and say, "You did something bad."
I didn't really do anything bad.
Alright, what?
Give us the answers
Well,
right
I'm gonna hold my hand up to Azor and Yen and be like, what happened?
Well,
Why are you holding your hand up?
they asked me a
It's
question. I didn't answer, and then they charmed me.
And he's just going to face palm so hard.
Maybe you should have answered.
Okay, could you open it so I could deck one of them in the face?
Hey. We're trying to find out where we are, but you guys decide to stay inside and do nothing.
So,
we're trying to do
have
something.
to
Steve.
eat breakfast before we do.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
All right, you're punching Yen.
Oh, that is the better one.
If I can, I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Okay then. So he could have just escaped this entire time, guys.
Yeah, I could have left this entire time once we got our hands free.
I'm gonna take me with you.
Would you have even needed your hands free?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. As a reaction, I'm gonna say he's gonna try and, or she's going to try and reach through the bars and punch you in the face.
Wait.
Or not as a reaction, but like as an action, she's doing this. Technically, you're gonna have to take it unless she doesn't roll to hit you.
That's plus
that's
9. That's
definitely gonna hit you.
26.
Yeah. you didn't even have to add anything.
No,
I know I didn't have to add anything. I just wanted to let you know that it was 26, but that's 7 points of damage.
Hold on. Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
Either way,
it's not a lot of damage. It's
just roll a d4 and add your strength.
Oh, okay. That's
that's
mean.
what you get for this.
And I strength is 6. That's 9 damage.
Okay. You take 9 bludgeoning damage as she punches you in the face.
Okay. I'm gonna Dimension Door.
With a bloody nose. Perfect.
Bye, Yen.
So the second you leave,
Where
the
is he
cell-
dimension dooring to?
Yeah, where are you dimensioning door to?
So,
Are you going to be in the guardhouse or are you going to be outside on the street?
I'm gonna be outside the guardhouse.
Okay.
Of course you are.
So, are you going to be in front where the 2 guards are? Are you going to be on the sides? Are you going to be in the back? It's up to you.
I'll be on the side.
Okay, which side? Left or right?
Right.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. So you dimension door, and the second he does dimension door, the guard is going to pull you back, Nala, and say, "What the hell did you do?"
Okay.
I just hit him! That was a mundane punch!
Totally Nala.
So he's going to like start.
Do I look
circling
like I have
around.
magic? Oh wait, you'd probably see me as a monster.
I'm Yeah.
How many? Okay, like I was saying, when we came in, I looked around. Like, how many guards are there?
I said 5.
Oh, you said 5?
Yes, I did.
Are we all in like a tight, small little room? Or?
No, it's not that small. It's so the cells are 5 feet by 5 feet each, so one space. There are 9 of them, except for the one on the far left side that is 10 by 5. There are 9 cells, so that would be 45 by 20 feet or so. So yeah, not that small at all.
Why do you like to start shit, Yen?
I'm not.
He's not there.
I'm not there.
That was actually Nala starting
No,
stuff.
this is out of character.
Yeah.
In character.
So,
before all of this escalates, how about we all calm down? Nobody needs to get hurt. No magic needs to get used.
Well,
I got hurt and I used Dimension Door.
Someone's already gotten hurt and magic has already been used.
It's already escalated because okay, well that's a natural 20 for perception. I don't know what you're looking for.
Yen's spear and shield.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty easy to find. It's literally just right next to the cell.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Thanks.
Snap it over your knee.
It's a metal speaker.
It is.
She breaks her knee.
She kneecapped herself.
Look, all we want to do is know where we are so we can leave. We have no idea what's going on. You obviously want to keep this place a secret.
You don't know that.
I'm okay with that.
The guard is actually going to say, it's not that I want to keep this place a secret, it's that I have to keep this place a secret.
We literally don't care. We just want to leave.
Even be able to direct anyone to here.
If you have trouble leaving, that's not my problem.
Wait, you said we could take a... Oh, wait, no, we don't know that. You guys know that we can take a caravan to leave.
Well, right? Yeah. I mean, anyone can just walk. It's not that hard, but I don't know what's keeping you here.
Well, we tried to leave one way, and it didn't work, but we don't know which direction to leave if we don't know where the fuck we are.
Well, you're in the desert. There aren't that many deserts in Amadire from last I checked.
Okay.
We just head east.
Do I have a map? Would I have a map?
You would have seen the world map.
No, do I have a map?
I don't think you have a map.
If I had seen a world map, could I, like, sketch this right now?
Yeah.
A quick baby sketch and be like, okay, where on this map are we?
He circles the giant-ass desert to the western...
Eastern.
Somewhere there.
Hey, guys, I found out where we are.
I'm going to ask, are we near Queerton or whatever that place is?
We're probably nowhere near there. We're probably in the waste.
He's going to say, I honestly cannot tell you where we are because I don't know.
Nobody knows where we fucking are.
It's not that we don't know. It's that we literally have not left the city since we were born. Most of us here were born in the tent city or born inside the city. If you're born in the city, then you're upper class. But people aren't allowed to leave that aren't vetted. Like if you're not vetted and you're not part of the citizenry, then you're not allowed to leave.
Are we talking to the guard captain or just the guy that was charmed?
This is
The
just
guard
a
captain
regular
left.
ass.
I'm going to tell them that there's a bigger...
Which, by the way, at this point, I'm going to say the guard captain walks in with a dear friend. He's going to see the kerfuffle and the fact that one of the prisoners is missing. I'll get to what you're doing in a minute, Yen. I'll say it's been like maybe 5 minutes or so since you left. But with the guard captain, I'm going to explain like what the guards look like. The guards themselves are wearing leather armor. They have brown pants, brown tunic, that kind of stuff. They have short little spears. They're not very, dangerous looking. A couple of them are rusty. The helmets that they wear are made of metal, but they look like they're very antique. Almost like they're just there for show. Like you could probably pierce through them with a toothpick. The guard captain, on the other hand, looks pristine. Like he polishes his armor every single day, and it is metal armor. It's a shinier material than steel. It almost looks slightly like it's a mirror.
Chromatic?
I know what that is.
Like it's chrome?
Yeah. Not chromatic, but yeah, chromatic.
It's Venthyl, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah,
I mean, he
make an
would know,
intelligence check.
right?
Yeah, I mean, she would know, yeah. But,
I would think as an experienced blacksmith, I would probably know.
Sure, make an intelligence check.
Okay, fine. That's my intelligence. There you go.
Yeah, it's lentil.
Interesting.
So, the other thing that the guard is carrying, he has a long sword that is embroidered with like interesting little designs that go up the middle of the blade. The hilt is silver-ish looking, and has gems on. What's the I know the hilt thing, but the crossguard, there are gems on those, and on the the handguard, crossguard, handguard, same thing, and on the pommel of the blade. So it's fairly ornate. And he also carries a pristine black iron shield. And his friend is wearing dark robes. Well, that's actually not true. Like a black cape, a black hood, black leather armor, black leather boots. It's all black. But it does have a symbol, and the symbol on his chest, or like upper left chest area, is basically, if you guys know what, not the Nazi symbol, but the Second Reich German symbol, something like that, but with a white eye in the middle of that. He has that embroidered on his chest.
Embroidered?
Yes, it's embroidered with like fancy lining and stuff.
So he's super elite.
Sure.
Okay.
So the guard captain, upon seeing the fact that his prisoner is missing, is going to look at all of his guards and immediately see all of you, obviously, and say, "What in the Sam Hill is going here?"
Hello, Mr. Guard Captain.
I'm going to cut away from that scene and say, "Yen, what the fuck are you doing?"
I'm gonna walk. I'm on the right side, right?
Yes. So this is immediately after your dimension door.
I'm gonna walk.
Okay. Are you gonna at least try and be stealthy about it, or
No?
you're just gonna walk?
I'm gonna walk right back into the guardhouse.
You're gonna walk right back into the guard cave.
What? Why are you? Oh.
Just let him do it.
I'm not stopping him. I'm not stopping him.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say this. You see the guard captain walking as you dimension door. So I would assume you wait for that to happen first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And after he walks in, I would assume that you're gonna try and get back in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you walk out into the open in front of the two guards that saw you come in, be dragged in shackles, and say, "Wait a second. Where did you?" And they're gonna immediately chase after you and try and tackle you and like shackle you and shit like that.
Well, I'm going back into the guardhouse like that.
I know. I'm just saying like.
Oh,
they don't like the fact that you're out of your cell.
Oh, you must have met my twin.
Oh, you met my twin brother.
Who's on the other side of the gun?
Sure. So yeah, you're shackled unless you resist. No, I take that as a no. So
No.
you're shackled again, and you're brought back in. At which point, so the guard captain, upon saying like, "What in the Sam hell is going on?" the two guards bump into the back of him and say, "We caught the escapee," and then bring him towards another cell, not the same cell, and they're going to also chain your feet. And they're actually going to chain you to the cell itself.
That's gonna stop Dimension Door.
And he's just going to go.
It will.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything.
Just needs to get his hands free. Just saying.
Alright.
Not when his feet are chained. You can't Dimension Door when you're chained down on your feet.
Oh,
What, really?
Yes, Dimension
really.
Door opens a portal that you walk through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ah.
And the chain will go with him, meaning he literally will just go like a foot outside the portal.
Wouldn't the portal closing break the chain?
Nope.
No,
The portal-
if you
won't
can't,
close unless the person's completely through.
So he just has to get completely through, and he'll still be in his chains, but he'll be through.
Which means fuck and
It's
all
okay.
because he's
So
stuck in that spot.
when you're wearing an accessory, the entire accessory has to come with you, or the portal stays open. In which case, he would just stand there in the portal and not be able to move.
Oh, okay.
So in other words,
that's a useful
trying
way
to
of getting
Dimension Door.
multiple people through a Dimension Door.
In other words, the Dimension Door would close on him and severely wound him.
Matthew, wouldn't it lock him in the astral plane?
Depends on if he rolls well or not.
Ah.
That's
Your
a
character's
roll.
gone because he's stuck in another plane. Good job.
Hey, at least I won't get physically abused there.
And
That's
arrested.
true.
Well, the arrested, I got.
Alright.
I did to myself.
Hey, Mr. Guard Captain, are you going to question me now?
So, guard captain, with his eerie friend, is gonna, after the whole kerfuffle is finished, he's gonna look at the rest of you and Grisbane and say, "Why are all of you here? Who are you? What is going on?"
We would like to know the same thing. We woke up, we were here.
These are my
Nobody wants to
friends.
tell us where here is. Our
So-
buddies, I point to Yen, tried to come here to figure out why we were here and where here was, and instead are now arrested. So that kind of sums everything up.
Ooh, what the fuck just happened? Sorry, I just pressed a button on my computer and I didn't realize that was a button.
Awesome.
That's really weird. I didn't know I had that button on my computer. Anyways, yeah. The guard captain is gonna look a little taken aback by the fact that all of you are here and say, "I understand you're in a pickle."
No, we're in a jail.
That was funnier than it should have been.
I'd rather be in a grape.
Hey.
Shut up. I'd rather be in a raisin. He looks to his friend next to him and say, "I only intended you to question one of them, but if you would like, you could question the rest of them." He points at Yen and says,
What is wrong with my spelling today?
"This one broke the law by charming one of my guards and having them brought here and getting thrown in a cell. That alone is weird to me."
He said that was the only way to get here.
Well,
Yeah, he did say that.
that's not wrong, but it's also like, if you're that desperate to know this kind of stuff, you could have just gone to the guardhouse yourself.
He said the only way we could get in is if we were arrested.
He points to the rest of your friends and says, "You sure about that?" 'Cause they got in.
Well, your guard is kind of stupid then.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what he told
I
us.
can see that. People shouldn't be allowing just random strangers into our guardhouse.
Well, my answer still
Looks
says
like
the
you
same.
have a security problem. You need to fix that.
Yep.
We're making this about him.
Probably.
It's your fault.
I understand that all of you are probably confused as to what the situation is right now, but as per usual law in the city, we cannot allow any outsiders to leave unless they have been vetted. This man here will vet you,
Alright, let's get to vetting.
or you will be locked in this cell until the day you die.
Tiny cell.
What does vetting pertain?
Well,
Include.
there are two methods. There's one where you answer a series of questions and you answer truthfully.
Sure.
And then there's the forced vetting where your mind is erased and you're turned into a walking dummy, basically.
How about that first one?
Yeah, I'll go with option A.
Option A is usually what people go for.
Option 1.
So can you start with me so I can get out of the cell?
He says,
Is the door open? So technically you can just walk right out.
the asshole friend is going to look at you, which, by the way, his face is concealed. You guys cannot see behind his hood. But he's going to say in a raspy voice, I'm not doing voices right now, so get
Yeah.
used to it. If you would like to be the first vetted, I'll be glad to do the proceedings.
Yeah, let's go.
He takes the keys from the guard captain and opens up your cell, walks in, closes it behind him, and locks it behind him. And then he's going to lead you over to the side of the cell, or the middle of the cell, I guess you could say. He sits you and himself down. And I'm going to take us into whispers.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Because he says it in weird words.
Oh, God. And then he caresses his leg.
I needed that for dealing with the stupidity of freaking Yen.
Hey, man.
I'm just trying to figure out why you guys got yourself
It's
arrested.
not about where you're going.
Because
It's about-
they have no idea as to how to plan things out properly, and so their planning steps stopped at get arrested.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Well, you're a rogue, so you can easily get the fuck out. That's the problem.
Yen could have easily gotten.
Yeti's a
You
dumb.
also could have avoided
I mean,
the whole situation.
He could have run away and he didn't. That's got to count for something.
Where would the fun have been?
Also, why did he have to make it look like I punched him out of time and space?
Right? That could have gone very badly.
It really could have.
I mean, to be fair though, if I could punch people to another dimension, that's an intimidation factor right there.
I would do it just for the fun of it.
Fucking.
Literally, just throw a punch and, oh, there goes the ancient red dragon we were fighting. Gone now.
It's in some other plane that I shouldn't be on.
Exactly.
I pulled.
Will it return? Who knows?
So while are they? Oh, I guess I'm asking nobody since Joe's not here. Never mind.
It's going to be one-on-one questions to make sure.
I was about to, should we lie?
Yeah, that's going to get us killed now because now we can't lie.
I feel like this guy with the weird hood, he's got something that would be able to tell if we were lying.
Well, usually when they want to make sure that you're telling the truth, they bring a cleric or someone else who has the Zone of Truth spell, and they make a Zone of Truth for that, but I somehow doubt that's what's going on here. Because they could have just
probably have
asked all of
something
us.
He probably has an item on him that allows him to, it vibrates or something if someone lies.
The Vibrator of
Because, you know,
Truth.
Of course, we are speculating here. He could just.
The Vibrator of Truth.
He's just got a vibrator and he's spinning Azor up in private.
That's
There's
why he
a
caught
reason he's not able to be heard right now.
Every lie makes him smile a little bit more.
goddamn enchanted hoods where we can't see anyone's faces in them.
I mean, man, he seemed a little bit too eager to get in that cell. Just saying.
You really needed to sit down.
That's just Yen in a freaking nutshell. The wizard, the freaking. Oh, great. Wait, he's sorcerer, right? Sorcerer that gets arrested.
Man, good times, good stuff.
Oh, goodness.
So there. I would say, how do we get into these situations? But it's pretty much Yen.
Lack of forethought. Every single time.
Like a forethought of a person who is supposed to be holding a great amount of freaking magical power. Oh god, I will hate it when he gets his magical item then.
I mean, mean, you've got a Myra's pluck though.
I
know, let's
mean,
let them get arrested
I'm
and
not.
just
I'm not
forget
saying
that.
that they weren't on the right track. I'm just saying that maybe they should have put some thought into what they were doing.
As far as I can tell, the plan was get arrested to get
That
inside.
that's
the
where their
house.
plan ended, and they needed more than that in the plan.
It's
Let's
not really
just
a
get
plan.
arrested. Let's just get arrested and wing it from there.
I'm like,
Here's the problem: they're not good at winging it.
obviously.
Obviously. No.
They're terrible at winging it.
Oh dear. Oh wow! What the? Oh. Why are they all zeros?
There's an option for D zeros.
He
There, like,
he rolled a bunch of D0s.
why they have D zeros, I still don't understand. You know it's going to be a zero. Why?
So I want to
And
point
then,
out
like-
that mechanically speaking, the 1d4 damage plus strength that I did to Yen is modified and homebrewed because I'm not a monk.
Yeah.
I should have only done 1 plus my strength mod. But, I mean, granted, we're talking about an increase of 2 damage, but that's 2 damage Yen didn't need to take.
Still kind of funny.
No, that was
I was
all the
fi-
damage that Yen didn't need to take.
No, you...
I was going to heal him, but now that he pulled that fucking stunt, I'm just gonna let him suffer.
Why dimension door and then walk back into the place? Why?
Why would you walk back in?
What was the point of the
I feel
dimension
like you
door?
could have done it a lot more
He's
good.
trying to dimension
We are
door
back.
your punch is the thing.
Welcome back.
So, he's gonna like get up like all sprawl. Say, who's next?
How about
Is
we
he
get our
already
buddy
get to
there
come
out
out?
of shackles?
He's out. He was out because he's getting questioned.
He's going.
Yen.
He's going to look at all of you and say, Azor may leave.
I'll go
Hooray.
next.
I'm gonna hand Azor his stuff.
Okay. He opens up the cell and says, whoever would like to be interviewed next may come into the cell.
I walk in.
Didn't go anywhere.
Before any of you say anything, Grisbin is going to walk forward,
Oh, okay, or that.
and he's going to get interviewed. So, I'm not going to talk to myself. I'm just going to...
Well, no, you gotta go take yourself over the whispers and...
Oh, yeah, totally. I got to talk to myself, guys.
Does it take longer or not as long as Azor's?
It takes, like, 10 times... no, not 10 times. A tenth of the time that it would take for Azor. It's, like, super short. But, however, I'm going to describe the scene this time, because I didn't say that for Azor's. For Azor's, it just looked like he was sitting in front of him in his cell. In the dead center of the cell. For Grisbin, on the other hand, it almost looks like they're having a silent wrestling competition that's completely silent and completely still. Both of them are sweating on their brow, even though you can't really see the other person's face. But you can tell that he is struggling. And Grisbane also gets like this look of worry on his face, like, oh shit. He also looks like he is losing. And eventually, like, Grisbane's eyes like widen suddenly, and then he like slumps forward, and then the men in the hood get up and pick Grisbane up and drag him out of the cell and say, Grisbane may leave as well. And he throws him on the floor. He's unconscious, by the way.
Gonna pat him on the back, say, "Good job, buddy."
He's
He
unconscious.
is unconscious.
Exactly.
Good one.
Yen goes last because of the stupid shit he does.
Okay.
I'll go last.
I mean,
I'll go next.
I'll vote.
Ellie.
Okay, I don't care. I'll volunteer whenever.
Next.
Ellie.
Okay, Ellie. Into Whispers we go. By the way, this is going to be for everyone. Everyone will have to submit.
Sure.
Check for Steve, because I'm not here yet. I honestly thought I was going to be that guy for a minute that was doing the interview. He started describing the hoods and everything. I'm like, is this me? And then he mentioned the white mark on his chest. I'm like, nope, never mind.
Ah, the Nazi.
Yeah, this guy's face is really weird.
Second Reich. Second Reich was not Nazis. Come on, we have enough racism when we're just talking about Azel's skin tone.
And they were against. So, yeah.
You broke up horribly on my end for that.
I heard all
Yeah,
of
me
it.
too.
I'm not. I'm going to eat it.
I have no idea what he's saying.
My rolls are terrible today.
Yeah, I've been noticing. You got a lot of zeros.
Yeah, a few.
Hey, to be fair, I think we failed 3 death saves in a row on Friday. I must still be having bad luck with that.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I think they were all 7s also.
No, one was a 6.
Well, then the first one was a 6 and the other 2 were 7s. The last 2 were definitely 7.
The thing is, you just need to get a 10 or higher.
I know. Or just a natural 20 would have been nice.
And that 20 would have been nice, but a death save has a DC of 10.
I know. You literally have a 50% chance of succeeding.
Usually you get at least some successes and some failures, even if you die.
Yeah. Not to mention, what was it, 2 weeks ago I rolled 5 natural 20s in a row, basically.
Yeah, you had a ridiculous amount of natural 20s.
That's why I'm doing so bad now.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever rolled a nat 20.
I rolled one like at the start of the session.
I rolled nat 20 on disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Azor rolled a nat 1 on advantage.
Wow. Speaking of this, is the one that's in the chat right now?
No, that's
No.
Ellie.
That's Ellie. Oh, okay.
The other,
No,
the other Nick.
I'm just waiting for something to happen, honestly, at this point.
I was getting ready to stab one of the guards, which is why I asked how many there were.
I had a feeling.
I was wondering why you were asking. Asking.
I was going to make that go very quickly. Who's stopping us from leaving? You?
Maybe not.
And as soon as he stabbed the guard, Dazio would have a giant claymore in his back.
Potentially.
I mean, he's pretty stealthy. Hi, baby.
Who's our Phoenix Sorcerer again? That's Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Phoenix
Okay.
the Phoenix Sorcerer.
And Phoenix is his actual name.
Yeah.
Yes.
His character's
Well,
name
no,
is
no, no.
Yen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yen Feren.
Did he do that on purpose, or is he just kind of like, oh, this is cool, I'm going to do that? Or did
Well,
he,
originally he
plan
was
that?
going to be a wild mage, and then they looked at UA stuff, and he became a Phoenix Sorcerer, so...
So he probably had about the same reaction to the Phoenix Sorcerer as I did to Storm Sorcerer.
Either that, or he thought it would be really funny with him being... with the name Phoenix.
He should have made his character name also Phoenix, just to throw everything.
Oh, you mean like what
all
Dave
out
did with his
proportion.
Barbarian?
Yes, exactly.
Barb the Barbarian.
No, Dave the Barbarian, and the actual player's name was Dave.
Also,
I
yes,
really-
he made Dave the Barbarian from the old cartoon Dave the Barbarian.
I really gotta finish that because I really want to enjoy Jarl's yin and yang conversations that he has going on in his.
Plus, you'll have my necromancer.
Not as looking forward to that, honestly. That still bothers me.
Is it because he's a creepy guy that, spends all his time with dead people?
Because it counters what I had planned for the final scenario.
Again?
Yes!
That's twice in a row!
Yes! It really is!
And you're not giving me anything!
It changed my, I guess it's not the final scenario, but it's close to it anyway. But still, it was definitely a WTF. You did it again. Jaws kind of countered it a little, but not, between you and Jaws, you just made my life hell. So,
we need to start He and I need to start collaborating on future characters.
Merla's languages that she could speak, basically, was Abyssal, Draconic, Thieves' Cant.
We're back.
Hey!
Hey!
I am free to go. And
Alright.
he's gonna look a little bit shaken at something, but she doesn't say anything right now.
Nala's gonna go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, before we start, when I ask you a question, just let me know if you're going to answer it truthfully or not.
Okay.
I assume it's going to be truthfully, but if it's not, just let me know.
Okay.
So the man in the hood brings you to the center of the room, which is kind of awkward because it's shorter than how tall you are, so you have to kind of crunch a little bit. Like the not the actual building, but like the gate opening,
Right.
cell opening. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like in many other places, I have to duck in the door.
Basically, yeah. You're tall. You sit down in the center, or he tells you to sit down in the center of the cell.
I do so.
He locks it behind him, does all that good stuff. And once he has ascertained that you are alone, he sits down in the center with you and crosses his legs and starts speaking in an unheard voice. You do see his lips moving behind his hood, however, but you do not recognize the language that he is speaking. But you do hear a voice in your head. You assume it's his voice, but it is a language you've never heard before. But you do hear mutterings of other voices coming through as well. They are many different languages. There are Draconic, there's Elven, there's Dwarvish, there's every language under the tree. Some you understand, some you don't. You would say there's maybe about 100 voices in your head speaking at this point. And they're basically just saying the court proceedings. What your name is, Nala Nerexius, where you're from, who your parents are, how old you are. Basically, everything that they could know about you, they say, for the court proceedings. And after they finish, they say, may the proceedings continue. And the scene changes. You have a flash of bright light in your face. And the man is still sitting in front of you. But you're now sitting in a pitch black room. You have the outlinings of a courtroom, like stands surrounding you, much like the scene of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, but pitch black, and you can't see any of the people's faces. But there are stands, obviously, filled with about 100 or so people, give or take a few. And they all look at you with black hoods, black leather cape, black leather armor, and the same symbol that the man is wearing on his upper chest. A German Reich symbol with a golden eye in the middle.
All right.
They all start asking you questions in this all their different languages. The first question is, what is your name?
Nala Nerexius.
Where are you from?
Unity.
Why did you leave?
I'm on a mission.
Who are your friends?
They are companions who are aiding me, and I am aiding them.
Why?
We have a common goal.
What is that goal?
To destroy the cult of Dagon.
Why?
It has returned. It is an obstacle. We intend to remove it.
Who are the Seekers?
They are those who are meant to aid us.
What are their names?
I do not know that.
What are their titles?
I know a few. One of which is the Lord of Steel. There's the Prismatic Mage.
I assume you just say the ones that you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I don't want to have to sit here and wait for you to look up the list. Next question. Why is he here? Referring to Grisbane.
He is aiding us in our mission.
Who brought you here?
The guide.
Are you sure?
It is the last memory I can be certain of.
When did you leave?
Over a week ago.
Last question. Who are you?
Nala Norixius.
And with that, the court proceeding ends. The scene shifts again. The man that's sitting in front of you has put down his hood, and you see, interestingly enough, you see a dwarf. But he is taller than most dwarves you've ever seen. He's a normal human size, but he has a thick, bushy brown beard. His nose is broken several times over. He has one cloudy eye, assuming that it's been scarred over, because there is a light scar next to it. The other eye is pure gold with a black pupil. And he has several scars on his neck and chin. Or chin area, I guess you could say, because it's covered by beard. But his ears are cut in half. They're missing the tips. He stands up, puts his hood back on, allows you up, and brings you to the door and says, "You're free to leave."
Thank you.
Back to General. We have returned.
I am free to leave.
Yay!
I look to Kay and and I say, I'm probably going to be.
Yep, totally.
I don't know.
Confirmed.
I might be.
So, who's next?
Wait, is Grizz
Just-
still passed out on the ground?
I'll say at this point he's reawoke.
Is he, you know?
He's
not
he's
at the
just
show?
he's just like sitting against the wall, like, I'm tired. I just want to sleep.
Okay, so he's talking and not an empty shell. That's good.
He is not an empty shell. You're fine.
Yeah. Just making sure that.
Yep. So, who's next?
I look
I
at
can't go. I
Kayla
can't
and
go
Yen.
anywhere.
Either one of you two can go.
I can't go anywhere. I can't move.
True.
Either one of you.
Also, did you guys really just put down the final countdown? I need a hero and freaking
Yes, I did.
Footloose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here, and as I said, I'm watching YouTube.
Okay,
And-
that's fine. Totally fine. So who's next?
I guess Kaylin will go next.
Okay, cool. By the way, Slim, you will be there soon. I promise.
Okay.
7 o'clock.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Yep.
I still had.
He
I
said
can't
7 o'clock, but not which day.
believe- else- He did say that. In reality, it's another 2 years from now. That has been pushed back. How many weeks now? I'm just saying.
At
5 weeks
least
of cock
3.
blocking.
Well, let's see. 1 week due to you not being available.
Yeah, which was last week.
The week before that,
We didn't have a session. No. We were gonna have a session.
no,
But it
but
got canceled.
It got canceled. The week before that was when we determined we were gonna do every other week. So I wasn't able to do it that week regardless. And I think
Yeah.
the week before that was when we officially determined that was our every other.
yeah.
So it was like 4 or 5 weeks.
It'll happen one day. At least that's what the prediction states, but it's really only a 10% chance that it comes true, so you know.
Another classic.
Old classics are worth it.
Grease.
What is-
I don't care for the movie, but there's a few good songs in there.
I like the movie, but not like, oh, it's the greatest movie ever.
Exactly.
I enjoyed the movie. Did anyone see like the second one?
No.
I'm
There was a
sorry,
second-
Was it Grease 2?
Yes, there was. I didn't watch it.
I think
I have
blocked
not
all
watched
the-
it.
I didn't have an interest enough in the first one to watch the second one, so.
I didn't have
I think
enough
I
interest to
like
watch the
it.
first one.
I enjoyed some of the songs.
I liked the first one. The second one, I heard it was terrible, and normally I'm up for like making up my own mind. But I think I saw a clip of it, and I was like, no, not happening.
That's just I've never been really big on like that kind of musical.
I'm a big fan of musicals, honestly.
The one musical I did actually enjoy was Footloose.
That's one I actually have not seen, I'll admit that. I haven't even seen
Did
the
you
movie for that.
did you see the? Are you talking about the old one or the new one?
The old
That is a
one.
good point. They remade it.
The old one.
How was
I've
the
seen-
new one, by the way? Was it worth watching?
I mean,
Mind
It
you, I
was-
didn't watch the original, so keep that opinion separate. I'll probably
I
watch
mean-
both, but
I don't know. I don't know if I prefer the first or the second. I think they're both on par for me.
I forgot just how much I liked latex.
Latex.
Okay.
Or spandex
we
or
don't-
whatever the heck material that is.
I mean, we don't need to know all of your fetishes just because we don't kink shame.
I'm sorry, but it never mind. I'm just not gonna go there.
mean-
Keep it in and not
Because we
safe for
don't
work
kink
channel.
shame doesn't mean we
Let's
can't
post
do
it in NSFW.
Meanwhile, he's gonna post a picture of him wearing a latex glove on his head.
I don't have latex gloves. I have no trio, but I also don't think those will stretch enough to fit on my face.
You'll never know until you try.
Wait, what? I just
Almost
heard
certain.
latex and putting it on your face. Have you got a mask?
No.
Oh.
Awkward.
I don't know why, but you keep breaking up for me.
Who
Do
does?
I?
Steve keeps
Oh.
breaking up.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's probably my laptop. It's awful. So
It could be mine too. I really don't know. Put on another song. Alright, this one's more to just see everybody's reaction. I'm more curious than anything. I'm not even watching it.
What?
He's about to post
Okay.
another link to a video, and he
Oh,
wants
I'm
to see what
waiting.
people's reactions are.
it's probably like one of my favorite songs.
Probably.
Well, it's
Whatever
something
it is.
so obscure no one
Whatever
has
it is,
actually
don't
seen
judge
it.
me.
Please don't. I'm going to end that song before I start fucking singing that. Because I fucking know that's. Fuck
Oh no!
you. Fuck
Wait.
you.
Get out!
He put it in that safe for work by mistake.
Get out!
Oh,
Let's go!
yeah, that might have been my favourite song when I was like 3.
There's a reason I posted and that's FW. Just leave it at that. That was not a mistake. I'm sorry, could you imagine playing that at work?
Alright.
That would go so terribly for anybody.
Is
We
Grizz
are back.
still? So Grizz is still like slumped over, but he's still inside the guardhouse.
He's awake, but he's
awake,
tired as
but,
all fuck.
you know, he's fine.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of like grab him by like the back of the shirt to kind of like help him up, and then walk outside.
He'll follow you. So who is left that hasn't gone yet?
Me and Yen.
And me.
Okay,
And her.
so here's the thing. Who wants to go last?
I will go last.
Okay, Dawes. Azor, you went, yes. Okay, you went first. I'm gonna say Lily goes next, just so I can get this done and over with. It'll be quick, but yeah, here we go.
I'm going to type what Ellie's going to whisper to Dawes.
I'm just curious what the heck is going on. And I'm the only one that technically could hear everything and not get in trouble, because it's not canon to my character yet. As far as I know, at least.
Well, is he bringing us to a different room, or is he like talking to us in the same room, right?
Basically, you get transported to like some weird
Yeah.
room.
Yeah,
Mentally, it's all mental.
it's all mental, but let's just say that there's a reason why you can't hear it.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, once he's done talking to everybody, or at least once the last person gets pulled in, I want to know what the heck's going on, because I'm curious.
You'll know when you see the video.
I don't want to wait that long. That's rich and I have to find it. The spot.
It's probably going to be in the 3 hours then.
No,
Not even.
2,
Well, 2 is, yeah.
2.5.
probably. Not the first half
Actually-
hour, it's probably 2.
You know what I would do is when Steve posts up the video, I would just look for it for you.
Because there's the point that I get pulled in, and I'm probably gonna leave that in. Even though normally when I get pulled into Whispers, I cut it out of the video.
Yeah, but this time it's happening to everybody, so it kind of summarizes what was going
Yeah,
on.
no, I'm leaving it in because everyone but you is getting it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, you could cut out segments where everybody else gets pulled in, too. 'Cause, I mean,
Nah,
it's pretty much
there's banter.
exactly, it's just banter.
Well, no, that's the thing. Is like I'll leave the banter in just because it's you don't watch Critical Role, so you don't notice. But when Matt would do whispers, he would actually get up and walk over and whisper to the person, and they just did banter or whatever to pass time while that was going on.
So what's happening in the store?
I just remember that.
We
go
don't have a
whisper it,
store.
you know.
Yeah, I might be talking about my store.
There's no merchandise. That's the
We're back.
merchandise update.
Nice and quick.
Uh,
So,
Mia's gonna head straight out.
the man, instead of asking for who is next, he walks into Yen's cell. I assume that's what's going to happen next. So I'll bring you into Whispers, Yen.
Welcome to me.
Oh no, what was I gonna say?
We'll never know.
I don't.
Wait, so who else still has to go?
Dawes.
Just Dawes.
Goes after
Dawes.
Yen.
What up?
Dawsey's the last one.
Dawes is the only one that's gonna have to stay behind. We're still
yeah.
gonna have to do a breakout.
Dawes,
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
did you see the message in Fantasy Grounds?
Of course
It's
not.
in the chat.
No, it isn't.
I whispered it to him.
Oh, wait, you can do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right click on people's portraits. And it's a little talking face icon.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
I was like, wait a minute, I could do this, as an actual
Nice.
whisper. I just had to figure out how, so I had to retype the
Now,
message.
can I do it in another language?
I'm gonna,
Yes, I
gonna
can.
cross my arms and sulk.
Is anyone else confused? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Is anyone else confused by their interview?
Definitely didn't work. Or at least I don't think it did.
It didn't.
No,
I'm gonna say it didn't confuse me because everything was very straightforward.
Confused by what?
The interview that you haven't had yet.
Of course he's confused. He hasn't had the interview.
Just think on it for a second, and you see why it's going to be. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I already whispered it to you.
I could run another video. Oh, wait, there's another 25 hits, 25 years.
Oh, so why the fuck do you show those curves?
What?
And they're not safe for work. Why is that you just shout those curves?
Yep, that is exactly why it was the latex conversation.
Yeah.
I can't listen to any of these songs you're sending me unless I mute myself. That makes me sad.
Alright, it's just coming through my headset. Nobody's gonna hear mine, right?
No.
I don't have a headset though.
Yeah.
Well, that would be why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My headphones got broken, so I can't listen to any of these. Makes me sad.
Yeah, I can't listen to any of them because I'd have to cut the section out. It's all copyright.
Ultimate acapella mashup. What?
It's actually kind of cool. Check it out when you get some time. It's like a whole bunch of like top hit songs from that, like a 25
Okay, well, I think while Joe is doing the interviews with Yen and Doz, I'll mute myself and listen to this now.
Worth it.
I mean, it's gonna take 25 years to get through it.
I'm surprised that actually is going this fast.
I'm not. I'm pretty much assuming that everyone's been truthful so far. Dawson's gonna be the only one that's gonna lie.
You don't know. And you'll never find out.
I'll find out as soon as it's done. I haven't left the guardhouse yet, dick.
At least they're two just watching.
There's a reason why I haven't left.
Well, this video is racist.
And they'll never know.
They will know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of videos like that. It's like, hey, I watched this video before. I wonder why if I should watch it again. It's like it's my favorites. This video is not available in your country anymore. It's like what?
Yeah, like why?
Like I had a bunch of like videos on my favorites and that stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like it's not available in your.
Deleted, yeah.
It's not even deleted. It's just not available in your country.
Yeah. I had a playlist like that, and then I had to go through and get rid of half of the songs because they were not available anymore.
Yeah, I had a.
Good old days where you could just listen to anything you wanted on YouTube.
Yeah, the good old days before, all the political bullshit happened.
Yeah.
ISIS has ruined
There was
YouTube.
most things, really.
What?
Literally, one of the biggest pushes that happened to ruin the whole YouTube thing is that ISIS the ISIS videos would get posted there, and ads would run on those videos, and advertisers didn't want to be seen as, in association with or okay with anything they were doing.
Right.
And so YouTube had to go and start doing bullshit to counteract that, to keep advertisers interested so that YouTube could still be a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of ISIS, you guys will probably get a kick out of this. Steve, don't watch it on yours until you're done recording.
Oh, I know. Believe me, Wow. Well done. That's a link.
I know why it didn't work. It's because I forgot to click on the actual.
I don't.
There it is.
Oh, I've seen that one already.
What
Isn't
is
it
that?
great?
I've seen that already.
Isn't it great?
It's stupid as fuck.
So are everything that Black Rifle Coffee does, but they're still hilarious. That's how dumb they are.
Oh, I've been
It's
sitting in the
just so
competition too long.
stupid.
Dan Smith looks so different. Okay, I just hear heavy breathing somewhere. It's kind of creepy.
We are back.
Welcome.
Hello,
Yay,
yes,
everyone's
my old
done.
friend.
So,
I've come.
Dosriel,
Yes.
you were the last one.
I
Wait,
will
can Yen
certainly-
go, or is he still
This is
chained
going
up?
to be
Yen
super
just
short.
went.
Gonna be super what?
This is going to be super short.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, even shorter than mine, because that's
Yep.
impressive.
Holy shit.
That is super short. No, you're not going.
Does Yen go
Is your
outside?
name?
This what?
Is Yen free to leave? Does he go back outside?
I just want to know what the heck is going on, because I'm so confused right now.
You
Is
don't
your
wanna
nose
know.
still bleeding and stuff?
Yeah. I haven't.
So-
No one's healed him since he got punched in the face.
I haven't.
Yeah, and that's
I
more
straight-
punishment of him teleporting away. I was going to heal him after he got punched, but he did that fucking bullshit.
Man, too bad we don't have a cleric or
I
anything.
know, right? It's almost
I know,
like
like,
the cleric isn't
It's
Heal
too
him.
bad we don't have a paladin who could just touch you and heal you.
Or Druid that can also heal you.
That's right.
Oh.
I'm friends with the clerics, though.
Join us outside. We're drinking.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm
We weren't invited. We asked Yen.
I'm not there, but if I was, I probably would partake.
I am
After
outside.
After that, no. Yen is not going to drink, and Yen is just gonna take it home.
just cry in a corner. Cry in a corner.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
Mia's definitely outside. She's
Wow.
sort of just sitting down next
Holy
to
shit, that
the
was really
Uh,
short.
He walks to the gate and says, "You're free to go," and he walks out.
So, can we go to the city?
You mean
We're ready to
The
leave.
man in the cell is gonna put down his hood, and he has no head.
Huh?
Oh, what happened to your
Okay.
weird
What?
face?
Instead, it is just a flaming skull.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
And the
That's
skull
right.
says, "I have shown you many things, and you have shown me many things. You will continue to show me many things. You may see the wonders of the city of thieves."
Yay.
Agrabah.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm Aladdin.
Oh,
Oh.
you're not.
I could be
I'm a street
Jasmine.
rat.
He's
Wait,
gonna
now
put-
we just need to find a flying carpet.
And a monkey.
He's-
Yes, we do.
He's gonna put his head back up, and then he's gonna walk out the door.
well then? We went through all of that.
You all must refer to me as
So-
Aladdin from now on while we're in the city.
At this
I'm just gonna
point-
call you Prince Ali.
Slim, you are
Mm.
traveling with a caravan that is going to the city of thieves.
Got it?
You have a contact within the city, and specifically, you are going to see a representative of the secret police there, who handles
Okay.
all of these kind of transactions. And yeah, that's
So
where
I-
you're going.
So do I see all these guys causing their shenanigans, or what do I?
Basically,
Seeing them list.
you will be going inside the city with them.
Oh, okay.
We will be going.
You're all getting processed at the same time, basically.
Oh, okay. So idle chit chat, basically, while waiting in the line.
Yep,
Cool. I have no idea what to say.
that's fine. It's fine.
Prince Ali,
So,
Fantasy Ali, wow.
After the man
That was
walks
the
out,
worst rendition
the
of
guard
that.
captain is going to say,
It's because
Well-
I'm not trying to be loud.
"It seems they show pity on you. Follow me."
Okay.
He leads you out, and in the thoroughfare of this street, there is a caravan going through the city at this point. There are camels, there's some horses, there's tons of carts, and at the front of it there is a lead horse and not horse. It's like a weird mixed creature, looking weird, and cart drawn by ox. And sitting at the front of it, there is a tabaxi wearing, I don't know what you wear, but
Look at the picture. The picture is basically what I'm wearing.
Yep. So you see him, and he's being led out by a couple of these guards towards the nearest gate. Guard captain is going to say, "You all are going to go with him as you're led into the city."
Okay. Wait, are tabaxi that common enough that they will actually be known, or?
No, they
It's
are
like, so-
super rare.
Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
it's
wrong. The dragon, what's Nala?
Draconian.
Draconic.
Thank you. They're just as rare, aren't they?
Nope. Tabaxi
They're
are rare.
Okay, well, they're still
They're-
rare though, correct?
Yes. Draconians are rare on this continent, but there are
Okay.
no tabaxi on this continent whatsoever.
Okay, so I'm
You're
literally
the
gonna look
only
at the
tabaxi.
dragon. I'm gonna look at the top dragon lit person, just like, who
Like-
are you? Why are you here?
I
haven't
give
seen
you a
one of in
curious
while.
look of the same, basically.
And he's like going like, it's a giant talking cat.
Look, it's a 6-foot tall talking cat. Someone get him a hat.
Doesn't he have a hat?
I
He has a
have
hood.
Cat in the Hood doesn't have
And
a
he just
hood.
goes like, I probably shouldn't say anything since I'm turning animals anyway.
Y'all are mean.
And he's just gonna look interested at the just giant talking cat
Oh,
person.
yes. Yes.
Because-
Angel.
For the record, I'm 6'8", just to throw that out there.
Okay.
Again, giant talking cat person.
Yep. See, I told you you'd
Alright.
get in. 7 o'clock too. I was early.
Yep.
Like 4 minutes.
Yep.
Hey, it worked.
So at the gate, the guard captain goes ahead and talks to the other guards at the gate. I guess, secret police person that's at the front goes into the gate itself, like the little side door, I guess you could say, that leads into the city itself, and goes in and points to you, Shade, I guess.
Yep.
And tells you to come forward. And once you walk up to them, I assume you do so.
Yep.
Says, your contact in the city will meet you at one of the taverns, as usual. Considering you know the city, I would assume that you should show these around. They've never been inside the city. I'm sure someone familiar with it would be better off than no guide at all.
Very well. I shall do so.
And he goes inside and leaves you all behind.
So I suppose I shall introduce myself. I am Jade, the Water Forest. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Ellie,
And I take a bit of a bow.
Ellie returns the bow and says, Ellie Hawthorne of Unity.
Nala gives a
Joe, did you
nod
see the
and
question?
No,
Yes, I answered it.
Nala gives a nod and says, Nala Neurixius.
I don't see
But-
an answer.
That's the thing. I didn't write it. I just said yes.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I have a couple names anyway.
Sorry, yeah, Mia's gonna bow. She's gonna bow and say, I'm Mia, from the Islets of the Highborn.
Yay.
all things
I'm
I am
so-
not familiar with. I would love to learn more about your peoples and your
I'm s-
cultures.
I'm so glad that you guys totally are talking right now.
It's like I'm waiting for the other people to answer. They just fucking don't say anything.
You can call me Dosriel Arcantos, wooer of women and collector of artifacts.
And he just,
Sure.
I like the wooer of woman part.
Somebody should hit him, but it wouldn't make sense for my character.
No, Ellie's already like just raise her. She just sighs and just looks up and like, it's just too much already today.
Yup.
She's not gonna attempt to hit him.
When isn't he too much?
It's not a lie. I speak not but the truth.
Ha 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 ha! What's the problem when the DM laughs at you?
Well, we should be wrapping up in about an hour.
Yeah. How about that?
Well, as I have to make
Yeah, 'cause I
contact with
normally
my
Take
with
off
my
of here
contact
for at
at the
about
tavern,
8.
I would be
'Cause
honored
that's normally
if
when
you
we're
would join
wrapping
me for a
everything
drink
up.
beforehand.
Might be a little bit before
We
that,
all
but
probably need a drink by
8
now
o'clock is usually the...
after getting vetted.
Well,
I've
it's
been
in
drinking
slow
since
cooker, isn't
I
it?
By
finished
the way,
getting
Joe,
better.
I have no idea what this betting process consists of, but I know my character
Oh,
should.
okay, yeah.
Yep.
Right,
fine.
no, I get you.
So, first of all,
Yeah.
I will have a talk with you at the end of the session,
Okay.
Slim, because it's basically going
That's
to
what
happen
I
at
would
the end.
think.
Okay.
What about the question I asked earlier with the Seeker Stone?
What?
He was
Captain.
sending a stone to his Captain Gingivitis.
Oh yes, that'll happen after as well. I intended to do that. But for now, you guys are free to go inside. At this point, after you guys all introduce yourself and spend a few minutes just talking, the guards finish their processing their paperwork because paperwork, and they raise the gate for your caravan to go through. And excuse me, I'm disgusting. You can either just show them around the city, or you can just lead them straight to where your contact is. It's up to you. And I'll let you know what you know about the city.
Okay. I was kind of planning on, as I said, partaking in a drink at the bar before my contact meets
Okay.
up, so I would head straight there at this point.
That's
and
fair.
offer
Yeah.
to take everybody else with me for a free ride.
Grizz is with us.
Everyone.
Yeah, Grisbane is gonna go. Yay, day drinking.
After what he
By
had.
the way, it's still morning.
No, I'm good with this. Day
Yeah.
drinking seems fine.
I remind you, I'm traveling through a desert. Why wouldn't I?
To be fair, after the vetting, I think Miha
You're not doing
probably
anything
get off
weird.
the drink.
Okay.
I mean, I've been
Kaylin
drinking
and
since.
Azor- Kaylin and Azor are passing the bottle back and forth, while they're walking to.
Yeah,
the
we've been
new
drinking
tavern.
since we finished getting interviewed.
Cool.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna point out that
I
Nala
just
is.
wonder how many bottles did you guys get? It's just like
Kind of what I was curious about at this point. How many bottles do you have?
Probably enough.
As
to
many
get,
bottles as I need.
I was gonna say probably enough to get crunk, but yeah, that works too.
32. Okay.
32. No, it's 42. The answer is life.
No, wait. Whatever it is, it has to be doubled because he's sharing with Kaylin.
So
So
84.
Anyway,
Anyways, I'm just gonna state that Nala seems to be about the only one that isn't bothered by the interview.
Kaylin's not super bothered by it.
she just wants to drink.
I mean, Nala's
Yo.
just gonna drink because.
His
So,
drink.
I mean, Mia's more confused about her whole interview than anything, so.
Oh yeah, Ali's gonna go turn to everybody. Did he ever show his a living face before the whole flaming skull thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his face.
Yeah?
I saw.
Yes?
Okay, just making sure this is a weird coincidence. Okay.
I want one of those flaming skulls.
I just
But
want
I'll pass on
one.
the drinks. I'm not really a drinker.
What did the face look like?
Yeah,
They
what-
just-
Oh,
Does it look like
scarred, messed up, no nose, weird ears.
Did he have flames
Uh-oh.
for eyes?
He had a golden eye inside his eye.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he didn't actually have any eyeballs. He just had golden flames.
Oh, I fucking love this so much right
He had regular eyes. What?
now.
Yeah, Kaylin, upon hearing this, Kaylin's like, super confused.
Fucking yes.
Oh, did he look different to you guys?
How did he look to
His eyes
you?
were different.
Caitlin's just stuck on the whole he thing.
Oh, it's a little girl for you.
Joe, would I know something about what the heck is going on right now?
Oh yeah.
Regarding this?
So you had your own vetting process, and they looked like a normal human to you.
Interesting.
He was
Okay.
he was an orc for me.
However,
Half elf.
he had pure golden eyes.
Yeah, my guy, he was like a human.
So
Ears are
here
cut up,
golden
no
eyes are
nose,
consistent,
bald,
but-
Oh, no.
basically.
Mine was a dwarf.
And one eye.
Mine
Oh,
was an orc.
I'm so glad you guys had normal people.
Well, I
you
mean, had a
have?
busted up face, messed up ears,
Yeah.
golden eye, scar over one eye, you know, that kind of stuff.
I'll pass the bottle over.
I am so happy I did this. This is good.
Can I have an alcohol, please?
Wait, did everybody see a dude? Seriously?
Yeah, I saw a dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure mine was a male orc.
No, mine was a lady.
Actually, you'd be wrong, Lily. Yours was female.
Was it?
Yep.
That was not specified. That was not specified. I just thought it was an orc.
Mine wasn't
Man.
either, correct?
Wow, racist much?
Okay, mine was a female orc, so yeah, I
Yep.
saw a lady too.
Mine, I believe mine was a male dwarf.
To everybody?
Yeah, mine would have been a male dwarf because he had a beard.
Yes and no. You would know that everyone sees something differently, but you don't know the reason for it.
Okay, fair enough. I would announce this to the group as I've been here before.
Yeah, I'll pass over the bottle to Yen.
You're like,
they're just kind of
you
bantering.
basically go like, oh, so you guys just had your vetting process.
Exactly.
Either
Yeah.
way, Nala is kind of curious about the whole different faces for different people, but still not really bothered in any way,
So,
or even that confused.
Real quick, I do need to say something to Dosriel. So yeah, just gonna pull you into whispers.
In the meantime, the rest of the group can go to the bar, because why not?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
without
well,
a
can
doubt.
I just ask?
Mine
Did
wasn't
anyone else
human.
like?
I am the
Dylan?
bar.
Caleb
What happened?
has Yen in between her and Azor, and they're just is like, it's okay.
Ali's gonna be asking Shade about where he came from, and then share what she knows about friggin' her lands, which is pretty much a lot because of the whole political fucking atmosphere that she had to grow up in.
My character's first of all the male.
I said Shade, he. And I
Yeah,
said
Ellie,
myself-
she was referring.
Ellie knows. She knows the whole political
Okay,
atmosphere.
okay.
You
So-
misheard me.
The little bit I will tell you, I'm a merchant. I've been traveling. I'm trying to set up shop in this land. I'm originally from Nesthorn, from the capital city of Dargalich.
Really?
We are back.
Welcome back.
Just real quick.
Welcome back.
Okay, Dala, explain your reaction, because
Oh, let's just say I have ties to Dragolich.
And Ellie just goes nods. She's just like because she was there when
Yeah.
what are your ties to Dargalich?
I'm not entirely certain I want to discuss that with someone I just met.
Grisbin does speak up and say, "Oh, we're talking about Dragolich now, are we?"
I want to forget that.
Apparently our friend here is from Dragolich.
Oh, a tropical tabaxi. They're very rare, aren't they?
At
He's,
this
like,
point, he
for the
is
first time, he's actually going to show
quite
interest in the newcomer and like go over and start appraising them, like measuring their hair length and shit like that.
I'm just gonna kind of give him a dirty look, like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you touching me?
Caitlin just rolls her eyes
I'm
and
not
turns her
gonna,
back on the whole
I'm
situation.
not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna look at him funny.
He's gonna look up and say, "So what jungle do you come from? Like, what exactly? What tribe do you come from?"
From the Water Forest clan.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't been to Dragolich before, but I have heard about it, and the fact that the tabaxi are quite numerous there,
Yes.
which is there are none here, so I never get to see these. But yeah, you're furry.
Wow.
I'm just gonna
Ways
kind
you
of
could
pick
tell.
her a little. And yes, that is a characteristic common to most, if not all, tabaxi. I'm sure there's hairless cat versions of tabaxi, and that's what I'm going off of.
Oh god, I can't imagine one based off of a pharaoh cat.
Huh?
God.
That may be a thing.
Oh, that would be
I'm gonna assume it's
gross.
a thing.
Completely hairless.
I'm going to assume it's a thing.
That'd be gross.
I'm gonna make one.
I'm assuming it's a thing. We're going with it.
Cool. So, he's gonna say, so, how did you get here? This is Grisman, by the way. How did you get here exactly?
What do you mean?
Well, aren't there storms that block the coast, that block the waters from getting to Amadar?
Would I know the? I haven't thought this far into this, Joe. Be out here a little bit.
No, you wouldn't. So this is a shock to you.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, you were confused.
Good, rightfully so. What are you talking about? I'm not sure how you're. I have never had any issues.
Well, here's the thing. There are certain spells in place in certain places of the water surrounding Amadire to where no foreigner may enter its waters. That usually only pertains to people from outside of Amadire. So, you know,
The fact that I'm able to get in is very surprising.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, this fine mistress, pointing to Miyako, said that she shipwrecked trying to get here. And she only survived because she's witty. We'll say that.
So I never had any issues, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so something tells me that you're here for a reason? Or maybe you're not a foreigner and you're just lying to us?
I'm definitely from Dargle, but I'm only here to set up shop. Figured I would spread my wares to a new continent. I like to explore.
What do you sell?
Weapons and armor.
Got it. Cool. What things?
I make weapons and armor.
Interesting.
I
I'll
think
have
you're
to
a lot
see some
of
of your
things.
work sometime.
As he says that, I pull my war cleaver out of the bag of holding.
I just kind of screech and just kind of back away as he does this.
This is
I was
part of my
not
work.
expecting a giant sword we got in my bag.
So
It is a two-handed
Yeah.
meat cleaver, essentially.
Yeah, as I said, not expecting that.
Grisman is gonna say, so if it's not too much of a trouble, we actually may be heading out to Drigolich pretty soon. Not immediately, but maybe another couple weeks or so.
1 second. Hello?
If you could, would you be
Bobby?
willing to take some passengers on your ship?
I would have no issues with this. I always welcome companions. It'll give me some
You're
time
the
to
one that
learn
got
about
mad. I
your
told you.
cultures as well.
That's all I said. Everything else is normal.
I want to argue with that.
All right then. He says, I assume you expect payment.
So what's up? How are you?
I would.
What you up to?
I have more work off of knowledge and information. Being the more
You have
I
any
can
restrictions
learn
on your food now,
of your peoples, the happier I am. The
You have any
payment can
restrictions
be in
where
the
you
form
can
of
eat?
information.
That's cool. And two, I don't think it's ever actually been stated out loud that you guys are
That's
fucking
good.
loaded to Grisbin. Like, he
No,
doesn't know
he's
that you
not.
guys are super rich.
What's up?
Oh yeah, we don't need to tell him that.
We don't.
Oh,
Oh, so you,
He's
like,
like-
you get
So-
all the
Yeah, she's
Not
busy
knowing
with
this,
family
Grisman
and stuff.
says,
She has to be
well,
visiting.
I'm glad you say that, because I'm piss poor broke.
I don't see her on Sundays.
Such a prestigious maid, though.
I don't see her Sundays.
He's been
I
stuck in
mean-
that island forever,
I
so
only get to see her on Saturday.
he works there.
Saturday and Friday.
So
he works there, but it was probably for food and board and everything. It's like,
I mean, you know, I was also kind of in
Not that I can see
hiding.
her more often, but I'll take what I
Oh
can.
yeah, speaking of that, are we to expect anything today?
speaking of which, he's gonna go, huh?
You say?
You know, that's a good point. I wonder if we took care of that.
We are missing a week, so.
What are you referring to?
Awkward.
Oh yeah. There's a little bit of a problem that he was hiding from. It was beginning to catch up with us a little recently.
Well, a week ago.
Huh?
Yeah. Around a week ago, though,
Yeah.
we're missing about a week of time.
Yeah, she went out.
So it's possible we took care of it?
Maybe?
Possibly.
Puzzled.
Probably.
We are
What-
missing a week of memories.
What are you talking about? What did you have someone pursuing you?
Pursuing him, but us
Well,
by
yeah.
proxy.
Everybody just points at him, I guess.
Yep. He's like, yeah. I have some fans that aren't actually fans. In fact, they're the exact opposite of fans. They don't
Haters.
like me at all, and they
Maybe
want me
next
dead.
weekend?
What you do to piss them off, if you don't mind my asking?
Alright, well, you let me know.
Honestly, I don't even remember at this point.
I mean, you've told us a number of things that could have pissed off a lot of people.
I mean, I've pissed on
Just come to
people.
those
Like,
who wait.
that's pretty bad.
It might be one of them.
Could have something to do with it.
Or maybe it's one of the ones whose houses you melted.
That too. That could be it. Then
That's
they
more than-
usually they died though.
I mean,
Either
maybe
from,
one of them
you know,
escaped severely burned, or
magic.
maybe they came back.
Ooh, that'd be fun. They came back. I
Uh,
get to research how that happened.
yeah.
It's usually magic in nature.
Usually. You
I'm the
don't
only
normally
one that knows
just
how
get
to
back
do it
up like,
magically.
oh, I died.
I'm sure
Wait, no,
whatever
I'm better now.
You can't get to you in the city. They have a pretty good security system in place.
Well, let's just put it this way. Meteors were falling from the sky when we were last pursued.
Something tells me that they were able to locate me only because they knew where I was for hundreds of years.
That's a good point.
Now they have no idea where I am.
That's also a good
So
point.
then
We
I
still don't
also
know where
don't
we
know
are.
where I am.
I mean, one of the greatest ways to keep things secret is to not know them yourself.
So how do you not know where you are?
We're missing a week of memories.
We
so-
talked to a fallen god. He transported us, and then there was a week that we don't know what happened, but it went by
You know,
now we're
normal
here.
weekend.
pretty much.
Okay then.
Just talk to gods in the daily.
Maybe
I mean,
there's
I
a
talk to my
secret
god
here.
daily.
That's because you're a paladin.
Indeed, I am.
Yeah, Mr. Special.
Like, you can literally see the amulet with Tempest's symbol.
I mean, not Mr. I totally didn't mean to say Mr.
Yeah, well done.
Grisbane might not have.
Actually,
been sorry about that.
Grisbane
He
might
told-
not know
Yeah.
still.
That's
That's
actually a good point. Has it been mentioned that Nala is female?
to neither Shade nor
Many times.
Grisbane.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I? Yeah, but
Oh my god.
would that
Literally, Grisbane just assumed your gender.
I'm gonna look at him like, excuse you?
He's like, what?
I'm a woman.
He's gonna go like, I actually didn't know your race could have women. Just saying that.
I'm gonna slap him.
He deserves it.
I'm just gonna kind of look.
Not even like in a way that I want to do damage, just the
Like,
slap.
he's also just gonna take it. Like, yeah, I saw that coming.
Seriously.
I'm
Kinda-
just gonna keep
Kind of
him
surprised
upset.
Kaylin hasn't said anything at this point.
I might actually send you to the Chinese shop. I'm not even joking.
But, well, I'm at the bar drinking.
Oh yeah. I guess
She's
that's
usually
true.
went ahead while the
Day
rest of us have
drinking.
been meandering.
Oh, you guys
I mean-
aren't even in the bar yet?
I
Well, I
That's
just
even
left the
better.
bar.
away.
I'm gonna go wander around.
I'm
yeah, Kaylin's
assuming
got
you
the
guys are at the
wonders.
bar at this point.
Oh, okay, so we're at the bar. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured we were at the
Considering,
bar.
you know, Kaylin doesn't know where the bar is.
Good point.
I thought we were already at the tavern.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
she wouldn't be able to go without herself.
that's a
By
good
herself.
point. Yeah, that is a very good point.
No, I assumed that we all got drinks and then sat down and had a little chit
Started
chat.
having this
Oh,
discussion. Okay, that makes sense.
So
Hey.
I'll say around this time that your contact shows up.
All right.
It is another one of those hooded individuals who you were expecting, and he sits down across from you, Shade, and he hands over an envelope, which talks about like statements of money being moved and stuff like that. Oh, tiny child, I'm gonna mute Lily real quick, just so she doesn't annoy us. You might all want to do that as well.
Triggered.
I think she muted herself.
Oh, she did. Okay, cool.
Yep, she did.
Just so she doesn't, disturb us with child. Anyways,
Yeah.
no offense, Lily, but anyways, he also orders a drink, which a little bit weird.
Offense taken.
Yeah, offense taken. I mean, So yeah, after swapping envelopes and doing all that, he finishes his quote unquote drink and says in a low voice, "Enjoy your payment," and then walks out.
That wasn't creepy.
All right then.
So
The
shady.
envelope talks about
That's
two
very
things.
good.
It does talk about money being moved, but it also talks about research.
Okay.
So you had asked for both, obviously, a station in the city. So you needed to bring supplies for that, which you did. You also brought representatives, blah blah blah. Normal merchant stuff.
Yep.
But it also talks about how you, as a tabaxi, are seeking culture, and what better place to do that than the City of Thieves, where almost all secrets are known. So you talked about getting access to one of the libraries in the city, so you could do some research. You have been given that access, so now you are allowed to go in one of those libraries if you would like to for culture research.
I'm guessing only I am allowed in that library, however.
Yep.
That's it.
Unless, like, you were to say, like, oh yeah, these are all my employees and blah blah blah. Bullshitting it. That's up to you.
I'm gonna. Who would I consider to be the most unique as a species or a culture background?
Probably Nala.
I was about to say.
So, in which case, I will excuse myself. I'm gonna go ask Nala. I have to go to a library to do some research. Would you like to come with?
Sure.
Okay. And we'll.
Any
Go
looked
to the
interested?
library.
Any
Anybody-
looked interested, but just stayed quiet because probably she couldn't go.
Yeah. Well, I'm picking based off of what I would find have the most information, and what I could learn the most from. So that's what I'm going with.
Cool. Okay, so you guys are now in a tavern. Rooms are available for you.
Okay. Oh,
But
fucking Nala has our money.
I think we will either end the session now or like after Nala and Shade have had their discussion. But honestly, I don't have much else planned.
Okay.
Considering we've had the whole discussion with the hooded figure.
Yep.
That took longer than I was expecting, only because I was going slow with it. Yeah, I'm a slow person.
I said we go after Nala and Shade talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said your name was Nala, correct?
Yes. And you are called Shade.
That is correct. Tell me, where are you from?
As early as I can tell, Unity.
You don't know your origin?
I was very young.
What of your upbringing then? You
I was.
family?
I lived in Unity from a young age. As far as family, Unity is where I was split from my parents.
They were taken, or you were?
Uh, let's just put that under either forgotten or don't know.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
I know from a young age I lived on the streets of Unity.
Okay. You said you make weapons and armor.
Yes.
Would you be interested in possibly adding to my wares? I could use some new merchandise from a new land.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Wow.
Nice.
Time.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
We'll buy it at a high price.
When Josh did that, I just had a picture of like a creepy old man opening a coat.
Yeah.
What about what?
It is. Lily, I will
great.
show you where it's from.
Yeah.
Oh
that was
man.
great.
Hmm.
Okay,
Anyways.
back to character.
In response to your question, it could be an interesting proposition.
Well, we do not have to decide now. We have time. Seems like you'll be in the city for a while.
Probably.
Um,
I've
all
made
that was, by the
almost
way-
all of the equipment that I'm currently using, actually. Like my armor, the sword I showed earlier. The sword I'm actually using right now is not mine. I got this off of an Oni.
What do I know of the Oni, by the way, Joe? Guessing a lot or not a lot? Joe's not listening. Okay.
Sorry, my thing.
Oh, well, I was asking, what would I have? Would I know anything of the Oni?
Kinda, sorta. You've heard of them, but not really. Like they're not like widely known. They're a subspecies of giant.
Yeah.
That's really all you know.
Tell me more of the Oni.
Well, they're some form of giant. They have a surprising arsenal of magic. And their chieftain gave me this rather unique
By the
blade.
way, Joe, this conversation's happening on the way to and from the library. Assume we've just completed.
Cool, dude.
Yep. So, for the moment, then I'm gonna bunker down for the night, and I will see you all in the morning.
Alrighty.
I see nothing further to inquire for now.
Yup.
I mean, can only drag this conversation on so long.
Yeah.
Yay!
Like I said, Nala's not entirely trusting of someone she just met, so you're getting the basics.
I kind of figured as much, and I kind of would. I would think my character would have enough common sense to know I'm only getting so far with them. Her.
Cool,
So,
dude.
We're going with it.
All right then. So,
I showed Lily what the merchant was.
first of all, I'm gonna have my talk with Shade.
Yoink!
This will be in DM private because I don't want anyone interrupting us.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was creepy.
Yes, but he also sells you all the weapons.
Yeah, but 10 out of 10 I would not buy from him.
Well,
As if I'm gonna follow you.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Murphy's the best character in
Lily,
RE4.
Wait. Lily, it's either buy from him or deal with all the freaking crazy mutated people whose heads explode into giant monsters. Which do you want to deal with?
Okay, I'd buy from him then.
yeah, keep in mind the
Exactly.
world you're in with that. He's the least of your worries.
He's actually,
He's the
he's
least
also-
creepy.
he's actually more creepy because he comes back to life after you kill him.
Hey,
Yeah.
I still think the most creepy guy is Alan Wesker.
Well, yeah, no shit.
But that's spoilers.
Oh crap. Shit.
That dude is just loaded with so many. Like you just see every freaking pistol holder, shotgun shells, bullet casings, and shit like that in his coat. That nigga can hold so much on that fucking body on this freaking trench coat thing he has.
Oh,
Hey, trench coats are deceptively roomy.
Pocket dimension.
Oh no, he has a huge ass backpack on his back too. Don't know how he holds a rocket launcher though. Actually, no way. It's probably on the strap
oh
side.
my god, that's gonna drive me crazy.
That motherfucking rocket. Is that a motherfucking RPG? You got a motherfucking RPG? An RPG and a motherfucking backpack?
It's like he has everything on him.
You
Are
don't.
you guys picking up that really high pitched beep?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, I can't reach it. I'm too short.
Is it your CO2 thing?
Oh, it's not. It's a fucking speaker. It's my cousin's, and he's put it up on top of my cupboards, and I can't reach it.
Get a
Nice.
stick. Get a stick.
I don't have a stick. I'm in a second floor flat.
Get a broom handle.
Or mop handle, or
It's still classified as a stick.
I don't want to break it. Shit. I need.
I mean, you can classify it as it broke of its own accord. And hope he never finds this video.
Let's go away.
No, we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
If I
Ow.
lift you, it. Yeah.
We are back.
Get that from me.
So, who's next? Oh, Dosriel.
Yep.
Yoink.
What is that whining? Is that coming from Lily?
Yes.
The high-pitched beep is a speaker that
Oh,
she
okay.
can't reach.
This is really good.
Tiny children are useful.
Yeah, when you can finally direct them enough that they stop being general gremlins and are focused gremlins.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just lifted him and he got it for me so I could turn it off.
Nice.
With
So,
our powers
I guess-
combined.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
We
I am
actually
tall
make the height
because
of a
he is
full
an
normal
extension of
person.
me.
Actually make the height of a normal person.
Oh, jeez, that's harsh.
Oh, wow, come on.
I'm sorry.
I do have to ask, how tall are you? I have to ask now.
How tall am I?
Yes.
I'm not that short. I'm 5'5" and a half.
Yeah, you're not really, you're really no shorter than, you're an inch shorter than I am.
She's like a foot shorter than I am.
Steve, nobody
You
asked you.
I mean, I'm 6.5 feet tall.
Just out of curiosity, Steve, how tall is your character?
7, I think 7.5 feet.
So you're really not that much taller than me.
Let
Which
me
is
let me
kind of
find.
interesting.
Let me see. It's written down on here somewhere.
Well, Mia's 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 6'8", so.
Yeah, 7.5 feet tall for Nala.
Well, you could have a hug, but
Ellie is 5'9".
Jeez, most of you are short as all hell.
Ellie's like above average height for a human female. That was just done with rolls, actually.
I still think it's kind of interesting that Joe did the whole the unique face to everybody, and they actually pulled it off and it worked. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's pretty
I'm
interesting.
glad I got Ellie to just ask the question, and then that just started the entire conversation. That was.
I don't get it because my interview was really strange.
They start saying, what was it?
I didn't have an actual interview. Mine was in the past for my character.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm curious. Can somebody fill me in a little bit here?
There's basically dozens and dozens of voices talking to each other in different languages, basically spouting off information about you.
Okay, so that's the way it starts. Pretty much the actual interview portion of it is all the voices talk in unison, and you will understand one of them, or a few of them, depending on what languages you know.
See, mine didn't start like that. Mine started. No, the guy or girl that was in front of me was like, "You're the only innocent one in the room. You're free to go." That was it. That was it. And then the voices started reading off this information, and she was like, "Leave."
That's great.
That is amazing.
So I don't. That's why I'm super confused. Like, if I'm the only innocent one, why the hell was everyone else allowed to leave? I don't get it.
Because we answered
It's a
truthfully.
vetting process.
And Dazriel was the one that went last, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to know what his was about, because it seemed like that being last actually made a big difference.
Lily, it's not about a crime. It's about vetting how you would react.
They didn't know the character of all of us. Yours is apparently easy enough to read to them.
Meanwhile, Ellie grew up in Unity from basically noble bloodline and basically went, "Fuck this, I'm out." So
I hung around with a runaway noble's daughter, and beat the hell out of some guards to ensure that she got away.
So that's unpredictable. They want to see the character of you if you answer.
I mean, it wasn't too long after that I joined the Temple of Tempest and did all that.
Yeah, but there was a couple years that Ellie was by herself and in the middle of fucking nowhere in the forest. Sometimes coming back to towns and stuff like that. So that gives it a little bit strange because she's not lawful good, she's neutral good.
Well, mine's
that's
lawful good.
That's where it's confusing me, because Mia's a spy ranger, and she's done some pretty shitty things.
Anna?
Yeah. Yeah, but they probably had the information of why you did it.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's from where she's from.
Oh, that's right. She washed up on the beach, right?
No. Before that. That's interesting.
Wait, what?
Where she came from originally.
Where you were born.
What's your race and class and everything again?
High Elf Ranger.
Okay.
The High Elves live on a continent to the east.
Okay.
Not on Amadire.
And they're currently going around on conquering spree.
Okay.
Or something.
So okay. I'll figure some of it out in character because it's more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is stuff that we kind of learned already. So
Yeah.
probably learned in conversation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obviously, certain people probably will have a very outward appearance of their class, and their races are going to be very obvious also. But
Yeah, I wear medium armor and use a two-handed weapon, but I also have divine energy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have seen anything.
No, but you can, like I said, I have a very openly displayed amulet with the symbol of Tempest.
True.
Which, even if you don't know Tempest, you can tell it's a religious thing.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I have.
Ellie actually doesn't dress like a normal druid.
By the way, another thing to note is that probably peeking out from under Nala's armor on her shoulder, you can see that she has something of a tattoo.
Oh, on her shoulder?
Yeah, well, not necessarily on her shoulder. It's like on the upper right arm.
Okay, so I probably would have noticed that when I was chit-chatting with you.
Yeah, and if you would have asked about it, she would have told you it's the tenets of conquest.
Well, I didn't ask about it, and
or it would have been the tenets of her oath. It's the tenets of her oath.
As I said, I just met you, so I'm not going to ask about it. But you're saying it would be obvious that you were a paladin, basically, with limited knowledge.
You would know that I have religious affiliation, and I'm obviously more of a fighter than a cleric.
So it would be very obvious to be a paladin to some extent, at least.
Or a religious fighter, just... It's obvious that I do believe in a god,
Mm-hmm.
and I will stand on the front lines and beat the shit out of things.
Makes sense.
My
Ellie
role
doesn't
in the
dress
group
like a
is very
typical druid,
obvious.
so it will actually be harder to tell if she's actually a druid.
Oh yeah, you would just see a noble.
What's by the way, you're human, right?
Yeah, Ellie's human.
Ellie,
Okay.
Azor, and Dazriel are the humans.
Ellie, Azor, and Dazriel. Okay.
The only definitive thing that's would be strange to her noble look is the holly that's just basically
Oh
woven
yeah.
into her hair.
I forgot you have your druidic focus woven into your hair.
Yeah.
Nifty.
I think the only thing that really makes me stand out as a high elf would be like the super pointy long ears.
Yeah, exactly.
Also the bow you keep carrying and the wait, you don't have your giant dog with it.
The bow also on its own probably.
I thought she replaced the bow with one I made her.
Yeah.
Still a giant bow.
Well, a bow doesn't really specifically say anything. I have a bow.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
wait, never mind. I'm a ranger. I forgot. We switched it to a ranger. I'm not the fighter version anymore.
Isn't the bow
never
that
mind.
we have? No, isn't the bow we had made for her metallic completely?
It's made of metal, yes.
So yeah, normal hunters don't just wield giant metal freaking bows.
I'm just trying to think who's actually obvious as to what they are, because obviously Nala is probably the most obvious out of this whole group of what we've been talking about so far.
The fighter will also be.
Yeah, Azor's kind of obvious.
Azor's
Shield,
pretty obvious.
spear. The
Fair
only weirdness about him is he uses light armor, but that's
Dexterity build.
yeah.
Makes sense.
He's an agile fighter rather than a strength fighter.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so you could just still tell fighter.
That's why I love
Yen
the
is
spell
kind
as
of-
ranger though. You get like one of the best parts
Yen-
of the
All you can
Yen's-
tell from Yen is he's a magic person because of the way he dresses.
yeah,
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
a sorcerer, right? Or no, that's
I also
Yen.
think he has a
Yeah,
staff,
that's right.
doesn't he?
Well, that on its own doesn't necessarily. Well, no, it kind of is.
Well, it points out magic user anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
said.
mean, my magic, but it's also because it's limited. I'm not full focus on it.
I mean, to be fair, I have magic.
Just-
Ellie
Yeah,
has
I
magic.
I have limited magic.
My magic is exclusive to sorcerer, even though I'm a ranger. But that's because I'm using the spell as ranger.
I love that. I love being able to easily hide that I'm magical. A lot more better.
Yeah,
Just, like,
Kaylin
don't-
is a hard one to spot, actually.
What's Kaylin?
She's a cleric.
Human cleric or
Half elf,
Yeah,
I think.
she's a wood elf.
half elf?
Wood
cleric?
elf.
What else?
Wood elf cleric.
Depending on what you like, how well you know the gods, you probably wouldn't be able to. Her holy symbol hangs from her belt next to like a bright green feather.
Oh yeah,
Or
don't
her
you have
skate,
tattoos on your
her. Huh? No, she's not. She doesn't have any tattoos. She just has a fuck ton of scarification.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scarification.
scarification tattoo.
See, I did my sorcerer different, even though I did it kind of bloodline, but the bloodline is also directly related to a god.
Hmm.
So it's a little bit different than tradition. So I
I'll
actually
just
have a god as
repost.
well.
This is on her face. I just reposted it in our dump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
On her face? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, her god is one that scarification is a common thing.
Mhm.
They're all about, they sacrifice themselves to take away the pain of others.
And so you can actually see a better image of freaking Ellie rather than that weird small icon.
Are they still in the private chat?
Yeah, they're still in private.
That's Ellie. It was a better freaking image.
Yeah, that really doesn't really make it obvious of Druid.
Yeah. Which is what she's going for. She's not supposed to go, hey, let me just announce who the hell I am. because she didn't want to be found out like that easily. She
Yeah.
wanted
To be
blend in
fair,
with the crowd.
though, Druid is more inconspicuous than random
others,
wandering
that's true.
noble girl.
That is true.
Yeah, but she makes herself look like a casual traveler rather than
That's true.
Mm.
It's easier to hide as a traveler just with some defensive things than hey, let me just dress as a druid and hide myself in a friggin' bunch
The
of
druid I
crows.
made recently didn't have a real reason to hide because it didn't matter how much she hid what kind of birth she had. She was a tiefling.
Yeah, that's impossible. That's nearly impossible to hide unless you have layers.
So she was all like, nature in her dress and all that. She was also like one of the nicest characters I've ever met. I've ever made because it was hilarious.
We're back.
That was a long conversation.
It was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, that was like nothing.
Some of it was him actually just telling me what to do.
We were gone?
You're telling the DM what to do. That
He's
might not be
he's
the best
he's secretly the DM behind the screen.
Yes.
Mm.
Y'all never even knew.
Sounds
I'm a
familiar, right,
Rakshasa.
Steve?
Yeah, a little bit actually.
I'm a Rakshasa.
It's Rakshasa.
Charm
I wasn't
person.
really like backseat DMing. I was just making sure you knew all the things.
Yeah. I was talking about like the fact when you're here and everything and having discussions on the big fancy campaign that I'm going to be a while away from.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
By
I
the
forget if
way,
there's anything else that I.
Joe, you said the research thing was exclusively the access to the library, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
just something for your character, because to
Okay.
backseat.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I need to explain to anyone.
Not really.
Nope.
I guess we can end there then.
Yep.
Did you all have fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still
I was laughing my ass off, and I wasn't even a full part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
Hello,
hilarious.
darkness, my old friend.
Yep.
I still
Yeah,
have to say, Yen's decision to dimension door right as I punch him in the face.
That was pretty great. I'm kind of glad that you did that. I don't even know if he's here.
He's muted, but here.
Okay. Actually, I do need to talk to one of you. That person being Lily. But we can either talk in whispers or we can talk outside, like in chat or whatever. Welcome back, Azor.
Not
Nick.
lovely.
Yep.
Welcome.
Basically, it's just it's just stuff about what you asked in private.
Okay.
Actually, I might bring Slim in on that as well,
Okay.
Okay.
only because it pertains to both of you. Yeah, I guess we can do that now.
Okay.
Yoink.
Yoink again.
Bye.
I was gonna tell Slim if he ever wants to know how Unity was ran or anything like that, just ask Ellie.